Sub only to start. Let's turn that off. There we go. Hello, everybody. Hello. What's up, y'all? Valerie, hello. Valerie, Brodacious, Bayou, Discomfort Food, hello. Lyndon, hi. Tiz, hello. Sandra, Karen, Diamond Art, hi. Hello, Lyndon. How are you? Hi, Discomfort. You like my earrings? Thank you. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Mike. Hello, Movie Lover. Hello, Toby and Isabel and Emily. Mochi, Kev, Tay, Arden. Where have I been? I've just taken a few days off. Carrie, Leanne, Christina, Madison, Brittany, Hot Sauce, Catherine. Oh, I miss y'all too. Hello. Hi, Caitlin. Hi, Lewis. Hi, Chloe. Hi, Bailey. Thank you, Devin. Thank you, Lyndon. Hello, Kirsten. Oh, you know what? I forgot to post my video. I forgot I had a video that I was supposed to post. I guess I can post it tomorrow. That's fine. Hello, Anna. Hello, Catherine. Hi, everybody. Hi, Jayla. Hi, Car. And yes, thank you, Lewis. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Goldie. Hello. Goldie, by the way, is the one who got me this shirt. It's wonderful. Thank you, Monroe. Thank you, Livy. Hi, Hallie. Hi, Emery. Hi, Car. Updates on the surgery. Yes, red one, Jesse. Updates on the surgery. I spoke to my someone yesterday, and what did they tell me? They told me the price of the surgery, which is going to be about. I mean, it's going to be a. Okay, so the surgery. If you didn't know, I'm getting bottom surgery. Oh, wait, is there noise cancellation? Yes. I am getting bottom surgery. If you did not know, and if I were to pay for it out of pocket, what are my earrings today? They're gummy worms. Isn't that cute? Gummy worms? You like the gummy worms? If I were to pay for it out of pocket, it would be hundreds of thousands of dollars because I'm going to be in the hospital for many nights after the surgery, 6 nights. But I have health insurance. So the way that it all shook out is it's going to cost about $4,500, which is pretty good. Hello, Roxy. Yeah, so it is covered, but they have quoted me at $4,500. Yes. Oh, is Izzy here? Is Izzy here? Izzy's trash is here? I might have missed her. Hello, perfectly imperfect. But yes, 4,500 is not bad at all. I know it's not bad at all. It's fully covered. Thank you, Ash. Where do I send the check? Well, I appreciate that, Mike. But I'll figure it out. I mean, it was what it's less than I thought it would be. Yes, 4,500 is better than 9,100. I guess 4,550 is how much it's going to cost. Hello, Wheezy. Thank you, Taylor. Am I nervous or excited? Yes, I am both nervous and excited. That's high 30Ks average. No, it's not. I mean, 30K for the surgery, sure, but we're talking about hospital stay for like a week, which is going to get into the hundred. Total everything 4,550. Yeah, the 4,550 I have to pay. Everything else is insurance, which is pretty good. Do I make all my earrings? No, I don't. These are from Etsy. When do I get the date set? So the surgery scheduler is not in the office right now. No date yet. I'm waiting to hear from the surgery scheduler. They should be calling me like any day. They could call me while we're streaming now, and I'll look at my missed calls and be like, shoot. But yes, so it's happening. It's all happening. It's all looking good. That is the update on the bottom surgery. Thank you, Trisha. It's very exciting. I know. I'm very excited. Advice for a relationship moving too fast: communicate that with your partner. If your relationship is moving too fast, be like, hey, I think we're moving a little bit too fast. Can we slow things down? That's all you really need to say. Hello, Strap. I mean, if they ask why, you can say why. Just say like, I like to take things a little bit more slowly. I have a question. Let me up, please. You can just ask your question in the chat. Do you have a set date for surgery? No, but I will soon. And I'm actually debating if I will say the date live or say it at all because people are really awful and might like use that date for bad reasons. You know what I'm saying? So, what kind of restaurant? We're at a Mediterranean restaurant, but I will tell you when I know the date. I will tell you like when I know the date and like if it's a good or a bad one. I don't know. Maybe I'll say it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Am I going to talk about the incident? Yes. So last Friday, we were assaulted on stream. It happened, um, and it was not good. That's why I took time off to kind of recover from that. Yeah. Do you have a network of people to help you recover at home? I do. My mom and my dad and my brother will all come to help me. Yes. Yeah. If you haven't seen the video, it got taken down off of this app, but it's on my Instagram if you want to go watch it. I'd encourage you to go watch it. It's very upsetting, but the video is there. It's on my Instagram. They took it down off of this app, but Instagram kept it up. Again, I don't want to describe it. Yes, while live on stream, it happened. Go watch the video. It's on my Instagram. Yeah, leave now, watch it, come back, and yeah, it's like 1 minute and 20 seconds long. So I'll see you in 1 minute and 20 seconds. Thank you, Becky. I know. We'll talk about it in like a minute or two. Yeah, seen it on Reddit. Yeah, I'm sure it made the rounds. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. What's my Instagram? It's the same username as this. Thank you, Dre and Brenda. Yeah. So I listened to your podcast today. Love it. Good. I'm glad you like my podcast. I recently put out a very spicy episode of my podcast. So, yeah. What happened? You got to go watch the video. I can't tell you everything beat by beat. You just got to go watch the video. It's on my Instagram. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you. So yeah, there was a spicy episode. About a week ago, I posted it. It's very good. I think it's very good. Thank you, me. Hello. And thank you, lady. You like the shirt? You like the heart here? Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that, Catherine. I appreciate that. I can't always, I get a lot of DMs, so I can't always respond to all of them, but I appreciate that. Hello, Gigi. Hello. How do we access the podcast? It's on any podcast app and on YouTube. So it's called My Trans Best Friend, or you can just go to my link tree. Yep, just Mike Jones just watched it. Yep. Pretty crazy, huh? Pretty crazy. Shall we read the drink menu? Shall we read the drink menu now? Again, I don't drink alcohol, but I've been told that there are... Oh, I also am going to tell you where I am today because the restaurant has requested it. We're at a place called Alora. It's a Mediterranean restaurant that has just opened, so we're giving it a shot. I've never been. And a couple of really nice gifts came through. I'll read them in just a few minutes. Okay, Buzz Free. There we go. These are the Buzz Free. Nice. They're like in the front of the book. That's good. Okay. There's one called Arabian Storm that has pear and raspberry jam, mint leaves, and unfiltered apple juice. Thank you, me. There's one called Salted Tangerine that has tangerine juice, tarragon leaves, citrus juice, and saline. Saline? And then there's one called Alora's Punch, which has citrus, nutmeg, mint, and bubbles. Now, I'm down for Alora's Punch as long as the citrus is not grapefruit. And let me triple check. That's not the only... Oh, interesting. This looks like it's double printed. It's got a couple of like repeat pages in here. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, the video is terrible. It's really terrible. I know. It's really awful. I wish I could have posted it to this app, but they took it down. So what are you gonna do? No, the manager did a good job, Eveline. It might not have seemed like it in the video, but they definitely did a good job. And like they were just as scared as I was. All right, let us read a couple gifts. First off, checking for mail. It's going to refresh via PayPal. Roxy, my spicy friend Roxy. We're not actually spicy together. We've never met each other in person, but we talk about these things sometimes. Roxy sent $10, which is so sweet. And for those of you who are wondering about the video, it got taken down off of this app. You have to go onto my Instagram to watch it. It's pretty crazy. I highly recommend you watch it. It's like a little over a minute, so I'd say it's worth your time. That's that. If you want to be in the know, go watch it. Um, Roxy, hello. Hello. Roxy sent $10, which is so sweet. I'm still getting my words back today. Roxy sent $10, which is very sweet, and thank you, Leslie. And she says, "Hello, lovely Lily. Glad to see you out and about again. Have a wonderful afternoon. Much love." With 2 purple heart emojis. Thank you, Roxy. You were so sweet. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, y'all support means the world to me, and I'm incredibly grateful. Thank you. Thank you for making this stream possible. I always say it, and I always mean it. The stream does not happen without your support. So thank you. I kind of feel like, when you used to watch PBS, or maybe you still watch PBS. I don't know if they still do it, but something they say something like, "This PBS is brought to you by viewers like you." Like I should just have that. I should have that like come up behind me anytime someone gives. Like, this stream is brought to you by viewers like you. Uh, Anyways, thank you, Jana. Thank you, Ash, and thank you, Roxy. Hello, Lisa. Thank you very much, Roxy. You were a sweetie, and thank you. You were hanging out yesterday for a while, right? We streamed like all day yesterday, like all day. Thank you, Karen. We have not ordered yet. We have only just read the drink menu, and I think we're gonna do a Laura's punch. As long as the citrus is not grapefruit. Yes, you were. I saw you there, Roxy. And if not, we'll do the Arabian Storm, which is pear and raspberry jam, mint leaves, and unfiltered apple juice. Well, actually, this table's a little bit bouncy. I should just not touch it. So, anyways, yes. Thank you. Happy when I'm with you. Yeah, and I was ready for that situation. I was. Lily, after your support, I came out to my mom as gender fluid. Oh, Sailor Moon. That's so great. Congratulations. Congratulations. How did it go? Everyone say congratulations to Sailor Moon. That's great. We love to see it. That's so great. I really hope, I guess we're about to find out, but I really hope that she was supportive, because you deserve support. Doesn't always happen that way. But I hope so. I hope so. I'm like waiting. I'm like on pins and needles here. Was she supportive? Was she supportive? Was she supportive? Was she supportive? And thank you everyone who's liking the gummy worms. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Ferris. Anyways, what does gender fluid mean? It means that depending on the day or the hour or whatever, you kind of fluctuate between more feminine or more masculine energy or more androgynous energy. Just means that your gender identity is more fluid. It moves as opposed to like staying still, which is what the majority of people feel, which is that it's just kind of always the same. That's how it is for me. But yeah, was not expecting the zapper. I'm happy to. Well, hi, Mike Jones. I'm glad you're here. But yes, so also Abigail M. Huh. It's kind of like a neg. Abigail, I appreciate the gift. I'm not going to read it because it's kind of like not a particularly nice thing to say in a message, but I do appreciate the gift. Thank you, Abigail. And hello, Amy P. Hi. How's everyone doing? Yes. So on Friday we had the thing happen. It was not fun. It was traumatic to say the least. Did Sailor Moon? Okay. Although she is a strict Muslim woman, she took it really well, and she's actually gendering correctly. That's so good, Sailor Moon. Good for you. Good for you. I'm so happy to hear that. I mean, talk about a life-changing day, right? Where you're super vulnerable to a loved one and they accept you, right? Like it sounds like with Sailor Moon, it sounds like maybe it's the best it could have been, right? Huge. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you, Sailor Moon. So good. Okay, so we're gonna order a drink. Hi. So what is the citrus gonna be in Alora's punch?
So it's kind of a fruity, like with some passion fruit and like little spice. I mean, it has different flavors of the spices.
Okay. Is there grapefruit in it?
There is no grapefruit.
Okay. And would you say that it's like a relatively sweet drink or like less sweet?
Citrusy and a little bit sweet.
A little bit sweet, not like a lot of it sweet.
Because of the fruitiness, it is sweet a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. What would you say is the least sweet of these three?
I guess the salted tangerine.
The salted tangerine. Would you recommend
Go.
salted tangerine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. We'll give it a shot.
Perfect. And yeah, you want to start with that now?
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
great.
Perfect.
Thank you. Salted tangerine. There we go. We're going for the salted tangerine, which has tangerine juice, tarragon leaves, citrus juice, and saline, which I guess is salt water. It's an interesting way. When I think of saline, I think of like medical stuff. Thank you for subscribing, Shauna Rose. I appreciate that. Now that you've subscribed, you can. Hold on. I'll pause really quick. We both cried so much. Thanks to your encouragement, I felt so confident to tell her. Thank you, Sailor Moon. Hey, today we are celebrating you. If I had my mocktail, I would lift it, but there it is. Cheers to you. Cheers to you, Sailor Moon. You're awesome, and congratulations. You rock. Good for you. Saline is just salt water, and salt goes in mocktails, so it's not that crazy of a concept. It's just interesting. Like, you never hear about saline in any other context other than like medical stuff. Hello, Vix. Shauna, is it? It could be Shane, it could be Shauna. I'm not sure. Either way, now you subscribe, you should definitely join the Discord. Subscribing on TikTok gets you a Discord membership. And like, for example, yesterday and the day before when I wasn't streaming here, I was on Discord streaming all day long, like all day long. Probably streamed for like 8 hours yesterday on Discord, and 2 or 3 on Monday. And it's just a really great community. It's a really great community. Being posted, I support you. Thank you, La Lynch, or LA Lynch, and hello, Aunt B. Hello, and hello, Maria. Hi. So anyways, yes, definitely join the Discord. Also, heads up for all the people in the Discord currently. We are going to be implementing some new security measures soon that will require everyone who's in the Discord currently to like do some stuff. So I won't be too specific yet because I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work. That's what Oliver is working on. But just so everyone knows, like, as an additional safety measure, we are going to be adding some stuff that will require everyone to like verify themselves a little bit more than before. Yeah. What's Discord? Discord is like a big old group chat. It's like an app that we hang out in all the time when I'm not streaming. It's like a 24/7 group chat with 300 people. It's a lot of fun. Hello, Devin. Like private information. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be yet, but it won't be anything that will like. We're not asking for any like sensitive information that we could use to like use against you in any way. That's not what it is. It's mostly just so that to de-incentivize people from breaking into the Discord to like take pictures of stuff, because every once in a while we'll find one of those people and ban them, and we want to be able to do that even better, hopefully, so that never happens to begin with. Thank you, Devin. All right, Alora, coastal Mediterranean. I'm going to read you this menu. First off, look how gorgeous this menu is. It's got like a map of Corsica, Spain, France, Italy, Sardinia, Tunisia, or Algeria, Morocco, the Straits of Gibraltar. Yes, it is, Mike Jones. Yes, it is. Thank you very much for asking. I appreciate it. Yeah, make sure that it's Lilly, because people will spell it differently and make alternate accounts to try to. Yeah. Hello, K Watt. I'm pretty much a silent listener, but I just subscribed. Well, thank you, Kay. Now that you subscribed, you definitely join the Discord. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. It goes a long way. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people, why is it $10? I get it. $10 is a lot of money. I get it, especially per month. Here's what I'd say to think of it as. If you are someone who watches my stream twice a week, or even to make it more general, like if you watch my stream for 5 hours a week, right? And I probably stream for 12 hours, 12 to 15 hours a week. If you do 5 hours, if you're watching 5 hours a week, that I would say is pretty comparable to how much you might watch of Netflix or something else. It's cheaper than Netflix subscription. And also, you get access to a whole lot more than just the streams. You get access to people who are other people who are in the community. Ooh, yay! Thank you very much. All right, y'all. This is a. I am at Alora. Yes. This is a. Where'd it go? Tangerine. I read it like a million times. Read it one more time. It's called a salted tangerine. It has tangerine juice, tarragon leaves. That's like the green on top. Citrus juice and saline. It is alcohol free. None. No. I am sober. I do not drink alcohol. It looks like a cocktail. It is not. All right, here we go. That's good. I like that. Yeah, I mean, the tangerine flavor comes through. The saltiness is definitely there, but it's not like salty. You know, it's just like nice. It's like in the same way you might like want salt on the rim of a drink. Same thing. Very nice. I'm happy I got that one. That's good. Um, anyways, thank you for subscribing, Kay. But as I was saying, right, why is it $10 a month? First off, half of it goes straight to TikTok. I only get half of the monthly price. That's it. So immediately, if you're doing the math on how many subscribers I have, divide it in half. Thank you very much, Mike. I'll keep an eye out. Sometimes Cash App takes like a while to come through. So as soon as I get it, I will read it out. Thank you very much. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so it's in half, and then yeah, so that's why it's 10. Because if it were 5, then it'd get 250, and I think the Discord's worth a little bit more than that. Where is this top from? That's a good question. Goldie can answer that because Goldie got me this for Valentine's Day, and I do not know where it's from. Okay, Alora. Our cuisine is inspired by the coastal Mediterranean region and shaped by the history of the people from the Ottoman Empire, Moors, and Sephardic Jews. Ooh, as seen and explored through the context of our own California shoes. Inspired by the expansive cultures and flavors of countries along the Mediterranean, Alora uses locally sourced seasonal ingredients prepared with, in quotes, old world cooking techniques to create a menu filled with dishes meant for sharing. Well, not sharing anything today. All right, let's see what we got. This is a very well put together menu. It's a gorgeous menu. Regardless of the food that's listed on it, it's very good looking. Like I feel like I'm at a library and I've opened a tome. Yep, I'm just starting to read it.
Perfect.
Thank you. Okay, so from the Mediterranean to the Americas, we have olives and olive oil. Ooh, I like this. Ooh, okay. So here's a fun thing. It's doing a thing. I hear you, Mike, but I'm not afraid. I get that it's things kind of went really poorly on Friday, but at the same time, I'm still not afraid. Random store in our mall, like a boutique. Okay, got it. I mean, I'll look at the tag later today if you remember to send me a DM. Hello, Laura. Thank you. Nope, you didn't miss anything today. We haven't even ordered yet. We're just starting to read the menu. All right, so olives and olive oil originated in ancient Turkey, used throughout Spain, Italy, Morocco, Turkey, and Greece. Okay. Brought to California by Spanish missionaries, used for flavor and cooking. Now that is a fun thing to say on a menu. Like they're trying to give you like a history lesson. That's fun. Grapes and grape leaves originated in ancient Persia, spread throughout Europe and the Middle East, used in wine vinegar, raisins, cured grape leaves, and fresh fruit. Oh. These are the ingredients. These are not dishes. That makes sense. Someone just asked what happened on Friday. If you want to go, it's not on this app because it got taken down, the video, but it's on Insta. If you want to go watch it there, it's like a little over a minute. So if you want to jump there, I'll be here when you come back. Dairy and cheese, thickened yogurt. Well, hold on. Origins unknown. We don't know where dairy and cheese came from. Fermented dairy plays a role in many Mediterranean diets. Thickened yogurt and feta from Greece, Turkey, and Levant. Halloumi from Cyprus. Oh, okay, I see. They're listing like what kinds of cheese and where they come from. Parmesan Reggiano, Burrata, and Mascarpone from Italy, and Manchego from Spain. We feature local dairy and cheese made in old world styles and make our own in house. Very cool. Halloumi is pretty good. They've got okay. I don't know if I want to read the rest of this. I'd like to read the rest of the menu. They've got chilies and peppers, wheat, beans and legumes, pomegranates, and tomatoes. Those are nice. Maybe when we're waiting for our food, we can read the rest of the menu. They got chilies and peppers, chilies slash peppers. Traveled to Spain in the 1400s, now common throughout the Mediterranean. I can't read today. My brain isn't working super well. Middle Eastern and North African cuisine. Used fresh during summer and dried slash preserved the rest of the year. Very nice. I wonder, someone said positive comments only. If I were to say, hey, chat, let's only do positive comments for the next 60 seconds, do you think we could do it? Even the trolls, would you participate? Probably not. Thank you, Fresh Produce. And Mike, I still just so you know, I still haven't seen your thing come through. If it's Cash App, it sometimes takes a while. Okay, now onto the actual dishes. There we go. All right, we can try it. All right, I'm gonna look at my watch. We're gonna see how long we can go with just positive comments. Ready, set, go. Lovely Lily, thank you. Hi from Lithuania, hello. Gummy worm earrings, hi. Okay, hi man dude, there we go. See, that was like not even 10 seconds. We got close. No, we didn't get close. It's okay, I think. There's literally no way it would happen. But thank you for all the positivity. Hello from Wisconsin, hi. Ooh, don't spill my drink. Very nice. Okay. A gift from Elizabeth came through. Hello, Elizabeth. Elizabeth sent $4. Thank you. And said, in all caps, Lily, so glad to see you again with a contented smiley face. I'm excited to hear that your talk with the doctors about my bottom surgery went great. I'm happy to see that you are happy because you deserve it, with a red heart emoji. You are right, Elizabeth. I do deserve it. And I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Thank you so much. We're awesome. I'm happy the talk went well too. So yesterday, oh my gosh. Okay, Mike, I see you now. Mike, you still there? Um, uh, the talk went very well. Yesterday, I called the surgery scheduler. I see you now, Mike. Well, give me one sec. And I said, but they weren't there. They were out of office. So I was like, I want to call again today. I know they're going to call me as soon as they get, but I'm like so impatient. I just want to call again to be like, what's the date? Give me the date. But I have to be patient, Lily. Okay. So thank you very much, Elizabeth. Now, wow. Y'all, this is a big one. Mike Jones. Now, if you remember, Mike Jones, I believe, maybe like last Monday or Tuesday, early last week, Mike Jones kind of came in, never been here before as far as I know. Mike Jones is someone who is in this chat right now. We can pin Mike Jones, that's Mike. And started asking a lot of very good questions that were coming from a place of, and correct me if I'm incorrect. Okay, Mike was a silent watcher for a while. Mike started to speak at a certain point last week, kind of be a little bit more vocal, and started to ask a lot of questions from someone who just had questions, right? And like I answered a lot of Mike's questions, and I've seen Mike pretty much every day or every stream since then. And you know, there's a lot of people out there who come from a place of ignorance who are unwilling to learn new things, right? Like someone who uh, for example, my grandparents is one of those, one of those people who will, even if I were to tell them, hey, this is what it means to be trans, they would just say, no, you're just the devil, right? Because they're terrible, right? Um, Mike doesn't seem to be one of those people. Um, I think Mike and I probably still disagree on some stuff. He's been vocal that we still disagree on things. I'm not sure what that is. Um, but regardless, Mike sent $30, $30, which is an incredible gesture on their part. Um, uh, uh, I, Especially given the kind of questions that Mike has asked and the kind of things that I've heard from Mike, I actually really, and it's not an insult to Mike. In fact, it's a compliment. I wasn't necessarily expecting it because a lot of times people ask the questions that Mike was asking, and they won't necessarily end up in a place where they're like, yeah, that makes sense, right? Um, and he sent $30 with a message: "No one deserves hate," with a blue heart emoji, which is unstable. It's a unstable connection. Still unstable. Oh, that's not good. No, there's no underscore. Am I lagging right now? I'm good. Okay, okay, okay. Um, yeah, I'm just really grateful to you, Mike. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Oh, I did lose the connection. Hmm. Hi, do you have any Wi-Fi I could use?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Here, let me. I'm gonna get on Wi-Fi really quick. Hmm. Hi, do you have any Wi-Fi I could use?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Here, let me. I'm gonna get on Wi-Fi really quick. When does the kitchen close?
That we usually close at like around 2.
The kitchen closes at 2. Okay, give me 5-10 more minutes and I'll be ready to order. Thank you. Okay. Hello again. I am now on Wi-Fi. I am back on Wi-Fi. Mike, are you still there? I'm back. Hello. Okay, you can see and hear me? Yes? We're good? Both seeing and hearing? I just had to get on Wi-Fi. Thank you, Ian Y. Okay, great. So, as I was saying, thank you very much, Mike. Thank you for the gift. As always, if you have any questions or want to talk about stuff, I'm open to it. You in particular, you are someone I have, over the past week or so, you and I have, I think, built some trust where a lot of times people ask pointed questions and I just don't want to answer them because I know they're not coming from a place of good faith. But I think if anyone were to ask kind of the quote unquote hard hitting questions, I'd be happy to answer them from you. So thank you for the gift. I appreciate it greatly. And yeah, thank you. Also, thank you to Allison. Hello, Allison, who sent $5. Thank you very much. Um, is Allison here? And someone said, I watched the Instagram video already and I can't believe what happened. Yeah, it was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Thank you, Mike. Mwah. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see if we can get out. There you are. There's Allie. I see you. Allison or Allie said, enjoy dinner, love the red. And Allie said $5. Thank you very much. Thank you for helping make this meal way more doable for me. Thank you so much. And as of today, we're fundraising $4,550 for bottom surgery. So it's going not just to the food, but also to that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Everyone say thank you to Allie, and I'm about to read some of these things. What happened on Friday? Go and watch my most recent Insta video. It's not on this app because it got taken down, so you got to go watch it over there. It's like a minute and less than a minute and a half. Ooh. 45.50 for bottom surgery, yeah, including 6 nights at the hospital. Does that mean Disney is fully funded? No, it means that bottom surgery is going first. All of the Disney funds are being redirected to that. Disney will have, unless something crazy happens, because the bottom surgery date is going to be much sooner than anticipated. So, okay, let's read some stuff. Okay, first section, breads and dips. Number 1, market vegetables. We have raw vegetables plus lettuces from the market and Espelette chili miso dip. Okay. It doesn't seem that expensive. Yeah, I know it's covered. It would be hundreds of thousands, but insurance is covering it. So my bit is $4,550. Thank you very much, Mike. Glad. No. $4,550. Move the comma a little bit to the left, Jess. So it's not undoable, but that's like less than Disney would cost. So everything is going to that until that's pretty much funded, and then we can start thinking about Disney again. But then again, we'll see. Maybe we'll be able to sneak in the trip to Disney before the. It'll just be much easier once I have the date, right? Like it's a very different thing if it's April 2nd to like May 30th, right? Those are two very different things. Yeah. Yes, bye, Mike. See you. Okay. Hummus and tahini, herb tahini, garbanzo, and a bunch of other stuff. That sounds good. With sourdough pita. Eggplant dips, whipped and twice roasted, Calabrian chili, cilantro, sourdough, pita. Okay. Mahamara, which is like a roasted pepper walnut dip. Could be good. Honey sherry stewed olives. Interesting. I don't know about that. Duck liver mousse. All right. I think of these things, I would want the eggplant dips. They're expensive. Yeah, they're $15. Matthew said, I was told you were canceled. I don't know what happened there. I did get a memo that I was canceled, but it hasn't happened yet. Okay. Then we have mez, which is like meza. I'm not sure how you say this, but dolma. Oh, this looks interesting. Dolma, which I believe is like they have like, it's like the rice wrap thingies. They're like little, you know what I'm talking about? Mushroom and herbs with pickled chanterelle mushrooms, smoked trout roe avgolemano, and dill. So we're going to have to do that one. I've seen a picture of it and it looks interesting. Can I put subtitles on? I'm not sure how to put subtitles on. Does anyone know how to put? I would love to be as inclusive as I possibly can, but I'm not sure how. I'm really not sure how. Settings, maybe? Rankings, comment settings, hear your voice. If someone can help me change that, how do I do it? I'm not sure how. Can someone like Google it maybe? And maybe even write back to Balance to let them know, because obviously they can't hear me right now, unless they can read lips, in which case pressing the share button. Share button, okay. Feedback, promote. No, I don't see it there. Did I go to college? Yes, I went to college. I graduated with a bachelor's in media and cultural studies, and then I worked from like my graduation in 2015 to when I got laid off in the final days of 2022. So I'm no stranger to the workforce. Okay, so we're gonna get dolma. They have pasta. Ooh, they have a potato gnocchi with gorgonzola dolce stuffed buttermilk, apple, and sage butter. I'm not usually big into sage, but I might make an exception for this. They have hand-rolled thick noodle, burrata, tomato sauce, and olive oil. They have ravioli with suncho. Oh, that sounds good too. They have fettuccine. Okay, so I'm going to read you the two that I think I'd want. There's the potato gnocchi, which again is gorgonzola dolce stuffed, buttermilk, apple, and sage butter. Hello, Nicole. And then there's ravioli, which is escarole ricotta filling, brown butter sunchoke, black trumpet mushroom, pecan, pecorino, and dandelion. Both of those sound good. I think I would lean towards the gnocchi. Here, we'll do a vote. We'll do a vote. Okay, so smile for gnocchi. Okay, I would love to put on subtitles. You had to tell me how to do subtitles because I do not know. Quick poll. Smile for gnocchi, frown for ravioli. Smile for gnocchi, frown for ravioli. What's my Instagram? The same as my current username. It's the same in both places. It's LilyTino _. Okay. They have a beet and berry. What is this? Roasted red beet, Cape Goose. Oh, okay. So this is like a vegan option or like a vegetarian. So like roasted red beet, gooseberries, ricotta salata, cocoa nib soil, candied hazelnut, and watercrests. They also have a carrot fattoush. These are so interesting. Poached and roasted carrots, farro, blood orange, pomegranate. This is a tough one. Okay, so yeah, we'll go for the gnocchi. I'm definitely leaning gnocchi. They have stuff from the sea like oysters, crudo, octopus. No, they have large plates, mushroom kebabs, adobo chicken pincho, a bunch of different kebabs. They even have a $70 steak kebab. Watchers. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So it looks like you need to turn captions on your end. Um, okay, so far we know we want the gnocchi. We know we want the dolma. I think one other thing would be fine. The beet and berry sounds good. Interesting. Hi. Okay. Thank you for being so patient. I appreciate it. I would love the dolma. First off, is there anything in general you recommend as like, whoa, that's new and interesting?
I mean, all the meze, they are like small pieces,
Mm-hmm.
just two pieces, tiny bites.
Okay.
The pastas are really good.
Yeah.
The ravioli, definitely, I would recommend that.
Ravioli over the gnocchi.
No,
That's what I'm between.
no, no. Then go for the this one.
We did a poll and they said it was like a very slight thing towards the gnocchi. I do either though.
No, no, you should do this thing.
Do the gnocchi?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do the gnocchi. We'll do the dolma. You say that these are small, so the persimmon salad would be good then.
Oh yes, it's
Okay.
small.
Sure, we'll do that. And is there one other like maybe a little thing that would be good, like the beet and berry maybe, or the fattoush or something along those lines that would be good, or even just like something around here.
You want to try any dips?
Yeah. What eggplant dip maybe?
Yeah.
Or okay. So eggplant dip, is that going to be too much for one person? Do you think?
Maybe you can have three instead of the dip. You can just stick to gnocchi, doma,
And
and
the salad. Okay. All right. Let's do that. Thank you. And would it be helpful for me to put a dessert order in sooner rather than later?
Yeah, I'll drop the dessert menu.
Okay.
We have a different menu for that.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank
Are
you.
you an influencer?
That is one thing that I have been called. Yes.
Nice.
Thank you for having me. By the way, that menu, by the way, is incredible. Yeah. All right. Off we go. So we have ordered, and we got a couple of. I see you, Jess. Yes, hello. We got a couple of very nice gifts while we were ordering and reading the menu. So let's read those really quick. I also see Amelia's comment. Can we pin Amelia really quick? Roxy's hungry. Me too, girl. Me too. Wow, some really very generous gifts here. Looks like my progesterone is ready to pick up. By the way, much less well known hormone that trans women take, or trans femmes, progesterone. I take that. It's good. Okay, I'm gonna read the gifts in just a second, but this is a little more pressing. Need advice. My friends, non-binary, their parents don't support them. What can I do to make them feel safe? Amelia, there's three things. Number one, you make sure that you're calling them by the right name, and you make sure you're calling them by the right pronouns every single time. If you need to practice privately, like looking at their picture, do it. It's very helpful. You also want to remind your friend how much you care about them, right? And check in with them often, more often than you might with other friends. You don't even need to say like, "Hey, checking in, how are you feeling?" Just like send them like a funny meme or something, right? Just be that friend who they know they can count on. That's the best you can do. Hello, Sierra. Keep us posted, please. Okay, some very wow, Ailin. Oh, it's Sailor Moon. Hello, Sailor Moon. So Sailor Moon, of course, is the person who just came out to their very strict mom as gender fluid, and we love that for them. They sent $10 with a very almost confusing message, and I'll tell you what I mean. They said, "I don't have much money to start, but," and there's more. But they said, "I don't have much." $10 is a huge amount of money. First off, that's a lot of money. You paid for one of the small little bites that I just got right then and there. Boom. So, sometimes people will send $1 and they'll be like, it's not much, but it's like, whether it's $1, $10, $100, whatever it is, it all goes to the same place. And I second Nevaeh. We are all so proud of you, Sailor Moon. Let us know if there's a different name you'd like us to call you. We can definitely say Sailor Moon, but let us know. And yes, let's pin Mike Jones's comment really quick. Thank you very much, Sailor Moon. You are a sweetie. I'm so proud of you. We're all very proud of you. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting the stream. Again, it doesn't happen without gifts like this. It does not happen without gifts like this. All right, Mike Jones, I got you. And I know there's other gifts as well. We'll say thank you to those in just a moment. But Mike says, I can understand someone feeling trans. Now, I will offer a slight correction. Feeling trans, the better verb is being trans, right? You're trans whether you like it or not. There's no choice to become trans. You simply are or are not. In the same way that you don't choose the color of your hair, it just is. But the biggest question, the bigger question that Mike has is, can you differentiate being gender fluid? Yes. So, um, the easy answer is that being trans is the big umbrella under which there are several smaller umbrellas. Okay, um, gender fluid is one of them. So all gender fluid people are trans, but not all trans people are gender fluid. Right? I am not gender fluid because my gender every single day is woman. Period. But in Sailor Moon's case, depending on where they're at that day, they might feel more masculine. They might feel more feminine. They might feel androgynous. They might feel like something else entirely. Um, thank you very much. In the same way that trans people, the gender they're assigned at birth is not the one that they are, right? Like I was assigned male at birth. Uh, and Sailor Moon, I actually don't know what their gender at birth is, but I'm just going to say, for the sake of example, that Sailor Moon was assigned female at birth, right? Sailor Moon is not a woman, not a girl. They fluctuate between different things. In the same way that I am not a man, I am a woman, right? We're both trans. We're just kind of different flavors of trans. Does that make sense? What does my ID say? It says Lily. Thank you for asking, Aldo. I hope that helps. And there's several gifts. Y'all are coming through on the gifts. I promise I'm going to read them soon. Ooh, thank you very much. This is fun. This is gorgeous. Thank you. Okay, I'll show you this in a second. Hello, Fart Queen. Desserts. Basque cheesecake with burnt honey and carrot marmalade. Okay. Pavlova. I don't know what that is. Winter citrus, kiwi, ginger ice cream, and citrus curd. Okay. And then an $18 chocolate cake for two. More like for Lily. Baharat spiced 10-layer cake, pistachio, rose petal, and cream cheese ice cream. Well, duh, we're going to get that, right? No one's going to argue with that, right? We'll do the $18 chocolate cake for two, the 10-layer cake, right? Is anyone upset about that? Duh. Let's pin Mike again. And I want to read one more gift. Again, there's a lot of gifts. Thank you to everyone who sent. I promise I'll get to you. Y'all are being incredibly generous today. Okay, so Mandeep sent $5. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is one of these moments where I mess up, where someone specifies their real name, actual name in the comment, and I didn't read along first. So I'm going to go ahead and it all goes back. I apologize. And I'm going to read the gift. It's with $5 via PayPal. Thank you very much. They say, "Hey Lily, I like to be called Nikki." Thank you, Nikki. First of all, it's not much. Again, Nikki. 1, 5, 10, 100, whatever it is, it all goes to the same place. Thank you so much. And I'm going to read Mike's comments so I don't forget about it. Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to you in a second, Mike. Maybe another mod can pin that in just a sec. Okay. First of all, it's not much, but I hope it goes towards your surgery. It will, thank you. Secondly, enjoy your lunch. Thank you. Finally, with regards to surgery, got it. Okay. Okay. This is an okay question. Sorry, I got a little, I was like, is this okay? It's okay. This is a question from Nikki. They say, I came across someone who identifies as a trans woman, okay, like me, but has openly said she is never having bottom surgery, unlike me. Got it. She has had top surgery, which I have no interest in having. She also identifies as a drag DJ as work. Okay, so she's a drag queen. I assumed that people who wanted to transition to being a woman would want to remove every part of being male, or am I being ignorant? I would genuinely love to know your thoughts from Nikki. Good question. So the answer: bottom surgery. Well, let's back it up even a little bit more. The idea of what is a woman, right? What makes a woman? Woman is a huge, broad word that encompasses so many things, right? Um, if you say a woman means what's between your legs, that's incorrect. That is reducing it to like an absolutely all like nearly inconsequential thing compared to how big the category is or the word woman is, right? There's so many different things. It's how you walk, it's how you talk, it's how you dress, it's all these different things. Can a mod please message fur babies? Let's get fur babies in the Discord. They just thank you for subscribing, and I want to make sure you get in the Discord. But I'm on a rant right now, so Ahmad, please raise your hand and let me know that you got it. Um, okay, so what makes a woman? There's a million different things. The fact of the matter is, no one woman uh, checks every box. Right? There are a lot of women who can give birth. There are a lot of women who can't give birth, cis and trans. There are a lot of cis women who cannot give birth, right? There's a lot of women who dress feminine. There's a lot of women who dress masculine. Um, so there's really no one thing. Ah, perfect. Thank you so much. There's no one thing, right? So when you ask why isn't this trans woman getting bottom surgery, it's the answer is because they don't want to. They're just getting bottom surgery doesn't make you any more or less of a woman. It simply makes you happy with how you feel or happy with who you are, more comfortable in your body. Plenty. Okay, fur babies, you must set your messages to accept all messages so Jesse can message you. I hope that helps, right? Like some trans women don't want bottom surgery, and that doesn't make them any more or less of a woman. In the same way that I don't want top surgery, I'm doing them myself, and I'm pretty happy with how it's going. But that doesn't make me any more or less of a woman. Okay, thank you very much, Nikki. I appreciate the gift. Also, I think we had a question from Mike before. I think Mike, you asked it at a tough time because I was in between a few questions. It might be tough for someone to like scroll up and pin it again, but if you want to ask it again, I forget what it is, or if someone can re-ask it for you. Oh my God, Jessica. I'm just coming on Jessica's gift. Are you still there, Jessica? Are you still there? Ashley said, I'm a woman, born a woman. I can't have children. I'm not any less of a woman because of that. It's true. And in the same way, I am also a woman, born a woman that can't have children. Now, the reasons that you and I can't have children are very different, right? I don't even have a uterus to begin with. But yeah, totally. You can move. Hello, Lila. I see ya. How do I make? There we go. Let's get Marla on the moderator team. Welcome to the mod squad. Anyways, so Jessica, hello. Wow. Jessica, hello. Jessica E sent $25. That's huge. Jess Evans. Yep, I see you. That is the name. I didn't want to say your last name, but that's there. Jess Evans. Wow. And the subject line, bottom surgery. Huge. My question is more tactful, but I'm okay. All right. Well, if someone else can re-ask it, I'll definitely. The chat's moving really fast right now, so I want to answer it. Just don't. I want you to know I didn't forget about it. Wow, Jess. So for those just joining us, hello, Bailey. I got a quote for my bottom surgery the other day. I think I did it. Good for babies. So you should be able to message for babies now. I got a quote for my bottom surgery. It is going to be $4,550. So that's $4,550. We are shifting to fundraising for that before we fundraise our Disney trip fully because it's a lot of money. And it would be a lot more if it were not covered by insurance, but luckily it is covered. $4,550 is exactly what my insurance is going to cover. That is with insurance. But anyways, thank you for contributing to that. Thank you so much. It's going towards the bottom surgery. Thank you, everyone. I can't even begin to describe how grateful I am. Thank you. This is the persimmon salad that we got. There's like hummus, apricots, pears, radish, maybe, pistachios. Huge. And there is still so many gifts that we need to get to. I'm really overwhelmed right now because y'all. I see you, Maria. Y'all have been incredibly generous today, and it's like, yeah, yeah. Okay, Mike Jones says it's hard for me not to see how someone who is gender fluid isn't confused. Okay. So Mike, I would say, and Jess, I'll get back to you. I'm not done with you yet. Um, think of it from the perspective of a gender fluid person, right? You wake up every day, and I would imagine, because you haven't told me otherwise, that you are a cis man, someone who wakes up every day and feels masculinity, right? You feel masculine. You're like, I'm a man. Easy, right? No, it's fine. You can. Yeah, I trust you, Mike. I know you mean this in good faith. You wake up every day and you say, "Yep, I'm a man. No problem." In the same way that I wake up every day and say, "Yep, I'm a woman." There's no question there, right? There's no. I never like. I never fluctuate. It's always been this way for me, right? So we would have a great podcast. I bet we would. Um, Now, think about it from the perspective of someone who isn't like that, right? Where they wake up every day and it just depends. Sometimes you're feeling more masculine, sometimes you're feeling more feminine. It's not that you haven't made up your mind, right? In the same way that sometimes you wake up and you want, or sometimes you go to the store and you want vanilla ice cream, sometimes you want chocolate. Either one are totally valid. It just depends on how you're feeling that day. Both are good. It doesn't mean there is no reason that you have to permanently choose between vanilla and chocolate. You fluctuate between the two, just depending on your day. Your buy. Okay, good to know. And so you and I, we've chosen our flavor. I love chocolate. You love vanilla. There's never going to be a day where I choose the other one, and the same for you. But Sailor Moon and gender fluid people, they fluctuate, right? A, it's not confusion. Uh, it is more akin to like deciding what kind of food you're in the mood for that day. I hope that helps. Um, Anyways, Jess, one more time. Thank you again. And I just saw another couple round of gifts come through. I want to try this before I get to the next round. One more time. Thank you so much, Jess. You are a sweetie. Wow, we got a lot of really good questions in the chat today. Once again, this is a persimmon salad. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Very well balanced bite. Crunchy, a little bit sweet, very fresh, but also creamy. I'm so happy to hear that, Priscilla. Thank you for saying that. And thank you again. Lots of gifts in the queue. I don't want to just read gifts the whole stream. It's a balance. So thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. Wow. Apples? No, pears. Pears. This must be the persimmon. It's that little orange square. Lessica says, I feel like gender fluidity is more common than we give credit for. Gender norms are weird. Totally. And look, gender fluid people are out there. There's many of them. And it is an incredibly valid way to be. Yeah. So good. Oh, and there's a date. That's a date. Mm. 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 Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I could eat this once a week for the rest of my life and be incredibly happy. Wow. 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 Mm-hmm. Alora. That's where we are. Alora. Alora. We're 10 out of 10 for the first dish. Hopefully it'll keep up. I have no reason to believe it isn't. It won't. It's very good. All right. M says, and after I read this, I'll do another couple gifts. Serious. Oh, do we not like that question? It was one of those questions that like I can definitely answer. I'm happy to answer it. Okay. Serious question. Doesn't transitioning just mean you were never able to accept your original self? Well, thank you for asking this question, Em. The question assumes incorrectly. Got it. Thank you, Ollie. It's a good one. I saw that and I like as soon as I saw it the first time, I was like, I can answer that. It's a good pin. The question assumes that the gender you're assigned at birth is your, what's the word you use? Original or true? Original self, right? So your question assumes that when I came out of the womb and the doctors looked at my parts and they said, boy, that assumption was correct, right? Whereas I would encourage you to think about your true self as something only you can decide. Only you can, even, maybe the better word than decide is for only you to truly know and to tell the world about, right? In the same way that if I walked up to you and said, mm, you're probably right-handed, and you're like, actually, no, I'm left-handed. You don't get to tell me if I'm right. You don't get to tell me that. I am who I know I am. So I would invert this on you, right? Transitioning does not suggest that you were unable to accept your original self. The reality is that detransitioners, which is really a pretty sad topic to begin with, detransitioners are people who are unable to accept their original or true self. Those are people who figured out who they were, who they are, who they will always be. Things are fluid, of course, but they realize they're trans. You don't just become not trans. They realized who they were, and they said, you know what? The world is so cruel, and it's just easier if I hide. That's what detransitioning is. It's getting bullied back into the closet, okay? So it's actually quite the inverse. If you detransition, that means that you were unable to live as your true self, be it via situations of your own doing or those around you. It's sad every time. I feel for detransitioners. I wish that they didn't have to do what they did. Some people have to for safety, but it is truly a very unfortunate situation when that happens. Okay. Can you give me advice on opening up to my parents about being pan? I'm having a good time. Okay, I promise I'm going to read more gifts after this one, Soph. It's just so many good questions right now. It depends on your parents. If you are financially dependent on your parents and you think that coming out as pan would get you kicked out onto the streets or your financial help withdrawn, then don't do it, because you need to take care of yourself first. If coming out means your roof over your head gets taken away, wait. However, if that's not the case, just tell them. Phrase it as good news. Say, hey, mom, or hey, dad, or whoever it is, I have some good news. I'm pan. And if you need to explain what that is to them, go for it. But make sure that you phrase it as a good thing. Don't go on too much about it. You can say, like, I'm pan. That means I like people's hearts, not their parts. And just leave it like that. Leave it like that. Good luck. All right. Let's read a few gifts. Thank you, everyone, for your patience on this one. Catlin. Could be Caitlin. Katlin. Either way, thank you very much. I'm going to say Catlin because it's a fun way of saying it. Probably more likely it's Caitlin. They sent $3. Thank you, and said it's not a lot. Again, $1, $100, everywhere in between. It's all helpful. Thank you so much. They said I search your TikTok every day, waiting for you to go live. I enjoy watching you so much, with a purple heart emoji. Thank you so much. You were so sweet, Caitlin or Catlin, however it is that your name is pronounced. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You were so sweet. Thank you for supporting the stream, for making this possible, for making this meal more affordable, for supporting my upcoming bottom surgery bill. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, thank you also to Missy. Hello, Missy. I just saw the word Missy in chat. I think Missy said hi, and someone said hi to Missy. Hello, Missy. I see you. Missy sent $5. Thank you very much, Missy. And they said, thank you for spreading the light. Love from Alabama, with a red heart emoji. You know what, Missy? You know who also lives in Alabama? Someone will say it. Christian Jackson. I don't know where you live in Alabama, and I certainly won't tell you where say out loud where Christian Jackson lives in Alabama, but I've been to Alabama many times. I grew up in Columbus, Georgia, which is basically on the border of Georgia and Alabama. I'm a Southern girl at heart. And even though the South is a very complicated place for queer people and trans people in particular, and queer people overall, I do have a soft spot in my heart for a little stand on the highway that sells boiled peanuts and peaches. And thank you very much. Love from San Francisco to Alabama. Thank you. Also, thank you to, make sure there's no different name. I got to be careful now. I messed up earlier. Samuel. Hello, Samuel. Hi. Hello, Samuel. Samuel C. sent $15, which is a lot of money. Thank you, Samuel. Wow. No message to speak of, just $15. Thank you. I will assume from now on that if messages come without subject line, um, uh, that it's simply going towards my bottom surgery. I like that explanation. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. It is, like I said, every day I wake up, pour myself a cup. Oh, that rich Folgers aroma. The best part of waking up is that doo-wop, and all I do, the mountain aroma always coming through. Oh, the best part of waking up is Samuel in your cup. Now it's right in harmony. Za doo-wop, diddy. One more cup and it's a shoo-wop for me. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. The best part of waking up is Samuel in your cup. Thank you, Samuel. That's for you. Wow, y'all are. Oh my gosh, Danielle, you there, Danielle? This is a non-alcoholic drink. Someone asked. It's like tangerine juice, salt, tarragon leaves, and something else. Danielle, are you there? Hello, Amber. Samuel's like, I did not expect to get that. Hello, Danielle with the sunflower. Thank you for waiting. Danielle. So first off, I'm going to read you the comment first. They said, they're a silent watcher who enjoys watching my videos. Shout out to my silent viewers. Shout out to all of you. Huge. Thank you for being here. And Danielle sent $40. 40. Also, Danielle, your profile picture is very cute. Wow. Thank you, Danielle. That is 40 tile. Yeah, that's it. Huge. Yeah, let's go, Danielle is correct. I mean, that these gifts go a long way, y'all. And I just want you to know how much I appreciate them. I get a lot of criticism often of like professional grifter or whatever it is. Hi. Oh, your dog is so cute. Yeah. Huh? Great. Oh, you definitely should. It's great. Yeah. Thank you. I will. People are like, oh, you're a professional grifter. Where's Nugget? He's at home today. I called ahead and they wouldn't let a dog on the patio. It's fine. And I think that label of like professional grifter, people don't understand, first off, how much time and effort goes into doing this, because it's not just okay, Cammy, let's keep that comment pinned once or twice so I can say thank you properly to Danielle. But yeah, and Amy, I agree 100%. Okay, so much work goes into these streams, right? I probably spent, I haven't posted it yet because I forgot to post it, but we probably spent like 6 to 8 hours yesterday editing this video that was 1 minute and 20 seconds long, and a couple hours this morning. It's really it's really a lot of time and effort that not everyone sees. I'm posting now. I'm starting to post streams, like old streams from the archives, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? Just spending the time making sure they're all organized, they're all labeled correctly, all the screenshots and all the the thumbnails are there, making sure everything is in place, getting myself ready in the morning, finding the restaurants, getting there, all these different things. It takes a lot of time, and I couldn't do it if I had to have another job. There's no one out there, myself included, who streams as much as I do, because there are a lot of people out there that stream as much as I do, but none of those people have either they are lucky enough to not need another gig, or they just don't have one, and that this is their main source of income, because it really only is possible when you have 100% of your energy to put into it. So thank you, Danielle, for making it possible for me to put that energy in. This level of gift really goes so far. So thank you. And I know there's more gifts still. Please, everyone, say thank you to Danielle in the chat. Cami, hello, Cami. Hi. Cami says, my sister just came out as bi. Congratulations to your sister. And people are treating her very poorly. Okay, got it. How do I help her with the hate? First off, that's such a shame because no one deserves that. No one at all deserves hate for whatever reason it is, especially hate for being themselves. Now, this is a dolma, and I will continue to address this in just a second. And there's like, it's like pumice. It's a very rough outer, what a cool, like an aesthetic little bowl. I'm not even sure what's on there. Some sort of roe, dill. I think there's mushrooms inside. God, it looks so good. We'll eat it in just a second. But yeah, so look, at the end of the day, you cannot stop the hate. You cannot make people stop hating your sister. Unfortunately, they will always be there. I mean, look at my chat, right? The thing you can do for your sister is being you can be her ally, and that's not even there's a better way to say it. You can be her number one supporter, her biggest fan, her absolute just like in the pocket, in her corner, always ready to pounce if you need to support her. Because especially if she doesn't have many others of those kinds of people, just having one makes all the difference. So whatever it is, be it texting her funny things, being like the fun sister that has funny stuff to talk about, or you see something's wrong, hey, do you want to talk about it? Being open and honest about your life with her so she feels like she can be open and honest. Whatever it is you think she might need, give it to her times 5. Does that make sense? And tell her that I support her for what it's worth. All right, let's try this. Maybe this is more of no. Yeah, let's get a knife. And after I take a bite of this, I will read some more gifts because there are some really awesome gifts that came through. Thank you everyone for waiting. Okay, so I believe it's mushrooms on top. There's looks like salmon roe on the top, which are fish eggs. Wow. 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 Salty, earthy. That's the mushrooms. The salt comes from it's slightly fishy because of the fish eggs. Earthy because of the mushrooms and the grape leaves. The dill adds like a really interesting floral. I don't know if you can call dill floral, but it does add something. And creamy because of there's like a creamy chicken lemon sauce on the bottom. This is also incredible. This is probably some of the best dolma I've ever had. Mike Jones, you are quickly becoming one of my favorite people in this stream. And I saw your second gift. I saw it. Don't worry. You gotta get to it. We will. The fish eggs pop in your mouth, just like a little salty. Wow. 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 Can we pin? Let's pin this. I know it's not a thing that mods would generally pin, but I would like to address it. And I'll read. I know I said I would read more things, but I want to address this first. There is not a single trans woman in the world that is under the disillusion that she has a uterus. Not me, not any of my friends, and no one I've ever heard of. We do not need period products. We do not purchase them. There's no need for us to have anything like that. Now, there's one of two things that that has happened here for you to get this idea. The first is that a trans person, or trans woman in this case, or trans femme, is messing with you and trying to either make you angry or upset or troll you or whatever. The other thing, which I think is just as likely, is that they're talking about something called phantom period pain. Now, again, phantom period pain does not mean we have periods. It does not mean that we have uteruses. What it means is that for some, and I would argue a very small population of of trans women and trans femmes, there is something that happens once a month in your body where, again, there's no red stuff, there's no products needed. It is simply um, uh, in the same way that you have phantom limb pain, right, where you don't have things down there, you still have like bloating and cramps. Again, phantom. So, again, there is no trans woman out there who is under the disillusion. Yes, it is caused by the estrogen. Kind of like a phantom response of like maybe even something that's like a vestigial structure of having estrogen in your system kind of triggers something that might give you like cramps once a month, but you're not actually menstruating. So, no, I will, Mike. Don't worry. I will. Like phantom, I don't know about phantom pregnancy. I've never heard of that, but yes. So, we are not under any disillusion. I feel like that's an argument that I see a lot of like, trans women say they have periods. No, we don't. No, we don't. It paints us as like so dumb that we couldn't even know about our own body parts. We're not. We understand. We understand. Okay. So many gifts. Thank you, everyone. My daughter is trans and does buy period products to carry and help other women. Exactly. There you go for you. Now that is something that I actually should start to do. I should start to do that. I've never even considered doing that, but I should. And that is maybe also what this person has stumbled across, hearing that buying tampons is very different than using them, right? And I know cis women do that too. Like, oh, hey, do you need? Like, I have, right? It's more of like I got you kind of move as opposed to this is for me. Very different. Okay. Pads too. There you go. And I know so little about that whole world of products, and I'm under no illusion about that I know anything about it. So, okay, Melissa. Wow. Melissa, are you there? Not all cis women have periods. Exactly. Some trans men have periods. Also true. Cis is spelled C-I-S. Cis is the opposite of trans. So I'm trans. If you're not trans, you're cis. One or the other. Yeah. Melissa, Melissa O, are you there? I'm gonna look for someone who says, hi, I'm Melissa O. This was sent about 20 minutes ago, so it's possible they're going. Thank you, Pinky Boo Boo. I'm so glad to hear that, Corey. Sounds like your kid is great. Zeus the Congo, possible? It's possible. Either way, sometimes people will claim for gifts and it's not actually them. But I'll assume Zeus is my bird. I'm Melissa. Got it. Very good to know. Hello, Melissa. I figured from your message that you'd probably still be watching. Melissa sent $25. Huge. Huge. They said, for bottom surgery, I've been a silent. Hands off the table, Lily. Take a sip. Restart the read. I'll tell you what. As delicious as this drink is, the tarragon leaves are always getting in my mouth. You need a way around that. Okay. For bottom surgery, I've been a silent watcher for a long time. Thank you. Shout out to all my silent watchers. I know you all are there. You are inspiring with a red heart emoji. Good luck. I'll be watching with a contented heart smiley. Thank you. Thank you so much. You were so sweet. That's huge. That's a lot of money, Melissa. Shout out to you and your bird Zeus. I'll say I've said it before. I'll say it again. Every day I wake up, I won't do the Folgers thing again. I went right down that once. I can't go down it again, at least today. Maybe tomorrow. The reason I sing that song is because one year in summer camp, we choreographed an entire dance to that. Either way, Melissa, huge. Anyone who opens their phone while the stream is up or not, and uses money from their own wallet to support this community and this stream, that is just such a huge thing to do. It's so, so huge. Let her know, or yep, got it, Melissa. I see you. Um, Thank you. I couldn't do it without you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's all say thank you to Melissa one more time. Do you have advice for people who can't really figure out how they identify themselves? Yeah, look, that's okay. You don't need to have all the answers. In the same way that, like, I mean, figuring anything out about yourself, be it your orientation, your gender, um, I mean, it can be even like smaller things, like what kind of groups you like to join after school, or what your favorite this or that is. Right now, the fact of the matter, and I'll call you Janik, though, maybe you'll pick another name eventually. I'm not sure what it is that you're looking for, but um, who you are is something that is in there. It's not something that necessarily you get to pick. It's there. It's just for you to find. My biggest piece of advice for you is therapy. That's the hardest one to start, but that really is the move. Um, Thank you so much. Gorgeous. You could take this as well, please. Thank you so much. And if I would love to order dessert at some point. Yeah. The chocolate cake, please. Yeah. Thank you. So, anyways, I hope that helps. Oh, we have the DJ Gouda emote. Yes, if you are a subscriber, you can now use the DJ Gouda emote. We have those now, so you're welcome. I uploaded those the other day. What do I do if you get weird looks in the bathroom? Can we pin Sailor Moon really quick? I know we'll repin the DJ Gouda emote in just a second. Um, oh my god. Oh my god. They're like filled with stuff. Here. I'll get you just a second. And there's so many more gifts. I will get to them eventually, I promise. I'll do my best to get to them like within. Try not to make it 20 minutes again. But look, it's like stuffed with gorgonzola. Look at that. This is gnocchi. This is sage. Like gorgonzola gnocchi. It looks like apples and cabbage. Some sort of cream sauce underneath. Incredible. Incredible. It's not traditional gnocchi. It's like different, but looks really good. Okay. Sailor Moon. What do you do if you get weird looks in the bathroom? Because if you're gender fluid, which Sailor Moon is, you're probably going to be using different bathrooms on different days. Hello, Mandy. Thank you. I feel this sometimes too, because I use the women's bathroom. And
Think good so far?
yes, it's fantastic. If it's not too late, I don't know if there's any chocolate cake available.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Definitely.
Thank you so
Put
much.
it on hold.
Thank you so much. I use the women's bathroom, and when I walk in there, sometimes I feel eyes on me. I feel people looking. I'll see a lot of the following sometimes, where I walk into the bathroom, and another person in the bathroom, another woman in the bathroom, probably a woman, might be a non-binary person, looks at me, clocks me as a trans woman. Now immediately, you can see the following things go across their face in like a half second, which is, that's a trans woman. I've never seen a trans woman in a bathroom before. I know I'm supposed to be okay with this. It actually is okay. I have nothing to worry about. I've been told all this crazy stuff that isn't true. It's just a person trying to use the bathroom. All good, right? It's like this. It's like this thought process that I can see, because it's true. I'm literally only there to pee. Yeah, and look, just because you're gender fluid, Sailor Moon, does not mean that you, on your mask days, you have to use the women's bathroom. If you'd like, you can use the women's bathroom exclusively, even on your mask days. And like, I mean, let me put it to you this way: if you're worried about presenting more masculine and going into the women's bathroom, um, consider this. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of time to pass, quote unquote, right? Like, I don't pass. A lot of people, you can see I'm a trans woman pretty clearly, and I'm okay with that. But um, if you are going on hormones, right? If you're on T, maybe eventually that could be something. But I wouldn't worry too much about people being like, "Oh my God, it's a man," right? You know what I'm saying? Like, but then again, Finster does it without hormones. So what am I talking about? Point is, use whatever bathroom you want. Don't pay attention to other people. Just use the bathroom. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. And leave. And if anyone gives you any trouble, you throw it right back at them and you stand up for yourself, because that's what you have to do. If anyone wants to give you trouble, you have to be ready. It's sad because people like us in bathrooms, we always have to be on our guard. It's very sad. Oh my God. What is this place? Why have I not been here yet? This place is so good. This place is so good. So, walk into the bathroom, keep your chin up, whether it's men's or women's or a gender neutral bathroom, regardless if you're presenting masc or femme. Either way, no one has any right to tell you anything, whether or not you're allowed or not allowed. None of that stuff is appropriate. You're just going to go in, you're going to use the bathroom, and you're going to leave. Okay? You can even like give kind nods, right? In the men's bathroom, at most, you like nod. But in the women's bathroom, you might like say, oh, cute top. Or, sometimes, depending on the context, there might even be more of a conversation. It happens. I've learned this in my transition that women's bathrooms can often be social spaces, which is pretty cool. Anyways. So, I mean, the thing about this gnocchi is that really, gnocchi is often so chewy and thick, and it's like one gnocchi is like a lot. These are way more fluffy and light and soft and like not even that chewy. And the gorgonzola filling inside, that's the star, because it like melts in your mouth and it's like boom, gorgonzola. Like that is a strong cheese in there, and the gnocchi almost kind of plays a side part. If that makes sense. Incredible. Okay, wow, so many more gifts. Thank you, everyone. Wow. Okay, Summer, are you still here? Again, sorry I've fallen behind. This again was from 20 minutes ago. You can see how far behind I am now. But I'm at Alora, Alora, Alora. Summer, if you are here, there you are, Summer McBride 955. I see you. Hi, hello. Summer sent $10, which is so nice. Summer, thank you so much. Wow, Summer, wow. And they said, enjoy your dinner. Thank you. I am. Love your lives. Pink looks fabulous on you, by the way, with a smiley face emoji. Thank you, Summer. I love that name, by the way. It's just such. I've known like several really great people named Summer. I've never known a Summer that I don't like, and I've only met a couple of them. So now you're a new Summer that I know and like. Wow. We got another Summer there. Hello. Wow. And hello, Sarah Doane. Summer, thank you so much for your gift. It's hugely appreciated. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Love your lives. Thank you. And by the way, Summer, you give me a good reason to remind people. Starting this week, starting on Monday, I already started. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to be posting an old stream. So like from any point in the past, that they're usually like 2 to 3 hours or more on YouTube. So if you want, you like after any of my streams are done, you can go and like get another stream immediately every other day, at least on the weekdays. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So again, thank you very much, Summer. Also, thank you. Mike, you still there? Mike? Thank you, Summer. I bet Mike is still here. I bet. There you are. Tess, I told you I'd get to you. I saw it come through. I'm going to take another bite of this first. Mike, wow. He says, I'll come to San Francisco. Oh, sorry. He says, I'll come to San Francisco and we can stream from Epic Steak, one of my favorite restaurants, with a blue heart emoji. Mike, with this message, sent $50. Once again, it's those tarragon leaves. Again, just last week, Mike was starting to ask questions. Mike seems to be someone who comes from, and again, correct me if I'm wrong here, another way of thinking, perhaps. Um, but it's a really important thing that we're able to have conversations, right? Because, like, look, yeah, I'm over here talking every day. Thank you, Mike. I'm over here, and by the way, Mike is kind of starting to make his own branding scheme with the blue hearts. I like it. Um, I'm over here talking every day, and a lot of times, a lot of the stuff I say, you know, you see the chat. People just they literally are not here to listen. They are here to yell, right? For whatever reason it may be. And I think especially when new ideas and concepts are presented, it can be tough, or maybe not even tough, but it can be a bit of a slow process to completely reform the way that you think, right? It's a very challenging concept for many people that the gender you are is not necessarily the one that you were assigned at birth, right? Now that I said that, a million people are in the chat are going to be like, yes, it is. But it's a challenging concept. It's not challenging for me because I understand it through my own personal experience. My family understands it through me. Mike is someone who I think is persistent in his efforts to keep an open mind and learn. And I admire him for that greatly. So, and today Mike has been incredibly generous. This was the second gift of the day. The first one I think was 30, and this is 50, which is an open mind is key. There it is, Mike. I mean, I guess what I'm saying is I just wish that more people on the other side were more like you. And I'm not necessarily saying that you're even on the other side, but I guess I just wish that more people who weren't like in it like I am, and the lilies lovelies who aren't. It isn't as easy for them. Were more like you, because the world I think would be a lot better of a place. Uh, so thank you. No way this is real, says Bill. It's real, my friend. Hi, Lisa. These are gnocchi. Normally they're smaller little potato things. Um, Still gnocchi, but bigger. And as you can see here, I'll kind of, if you want to kind of look at that, it's like a stuffed gnocchi. Kind of hard to show you, but that's what it's a stuffed. There's gorgonzola inside. It's very good. Very buttery. There's sage on top, like fried sage. It's working for me today. Lily, where do you buy your earrings? Asked Shelby. These, I always forget the names because I just buy a bunch of different earrings off Etsy. All right, see you, Mike. Thank you again. Thank you so much. I forget where these are from, but if you just go to Etsy and type in gummy worm earrings, you'll find these. They'll come up within the first couple results because there aren't that many people that make gummy worm earrings. At least not as good as these. Wow. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Oh my God, there's still so many gifts. Bailey. Oh my God, Bailey. Bailey, are you still here? Does it taste like dumplings? It tastes more like dumplings than gnocchi. Honestly, I mean, it is in the realm of mashed potatoes for me because it is potato and is much softer. It's kind of like what if mashed potatoes were a dumpling? Does that make sense? Still 10 out of 10. And like, I want to say these are like apple or pear, very well diced fruit of some kind. So it adds like a little bit of sweetness, which goes a long way because gorgonzola as a cheese is very strong. Very strong. So that like adds a little bit, it really cuts it in the best way. Bailey, are you still here? Did we hear from Bailey? Thank you so much. Delicious. 10 out of 10s across the board so far. Well done. That was not dessert. We have dessert coming next. We have a chocolate cake for two coming next. Bailey, hello, I see you. I'm going to read their message first. Bailey says, I'm so happy for you. Thank you. Congrats on the surgery. Thank you. Also, thanks for always being such a sweet and cool human. with 2 magenta hearts. Thank you very much. And Bailey sent $20. That is so sweet of you, Bailey. Thank you so much. Wow. Bailey, I've seen you around for a while. I must say though, I guess it's easier for me to remember people, and I know this is going to come out the wrong way, but when people subscribe and they have the little yellow thing next to my name, Sailor Moon DM me. I can't guarantee because I don't like to give out any addresses, but feel free to DM me. But when people have the little yellow thing next to their name, it's just kind of easier visually for me to be like, I've seen this name before. Does that make sense? They kind of stick out to me just because of the color. I'm trying to think how long have you been watching for, Bailey? Because I want to say you probably subscribed like a week or two ago. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But because I've seen your name before, but I remember like seeing you be more vocal starting a couple weeks ago. So hopefully I got that right. But that's what my like gut is telling me. Like, yeah, I remember Bailey kind of popping up a little bit more. That makes sure. So happy to be here. Been watching for a month or two. Well, there we go. Well, thank you for being here. Yeah, huge. Thank you so much, Bailey. $20 is a lot of money, and it is your generosity is not lost on me. Thank you. Are we saving up for surgery? Yes, saving up for surgery currently. It's $4,500.50. No, let me say that one more time. $4,550. That is the exact amount. Thank you again, Bailey. Diane, hello. Oh. Diane S, are you still here? So I'm trying to catch up. I'm a little bit like 15 minutes behind now instead of 20. Insurance covers it, yes, but even with American health insurance, there's the concept of an out-of-pocket maximum, which means that even if everything is covered, there's still going to mean that it's still some you have to pay. Hello, Diane. I see you. Hi. Welcome back, Diane. So Diane said $10, which is huge. Thank you, Diane. And said, hi, Lily. Hi. Been a while since I've been on TikTok. Welcome back. Just saw your video, probably the one on Instagram, I bet. It's tough. If you want to go watch it, you can. It's not on TikTok. Hope all goes well. Thank you. Oh, you know what? No, actually, I bet they mean the bottom surgery one, which is on TikTok. Thank you very much, Diane. I'm very excited. And thank you so much. It's just been, I have to say, it's been so good so far.
Thank you.
Like
so
across
much.
the board.
Thank you. I just wanted to.
No, not at all. It's all good. No, you've been great too. So thank you
so
for
much.
having me. I
Thank
appreciate it. Yeah. Alora. I'm going to pause this really quick so I can read Dom's. I have 3 little boys. My wife and I never get out to eat anymore. I live my culinary life through you. Thank you, Dom. I'm honored to be that for you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So yes, I'm very excited about my bottom surgery. I am thrilled, in fact. Thank you, Becky. I'm like on pins and needles this week. Like you can see I'm doing my like little anxious hand movements because I'm just waiting for the date, right? Like, is it going to be, they said April or May. Like, is it going to be April 1st? Oh my God. Thank you very much. They said it was for 2. They said it was for 2. And they were not wrong. This is, so a Baharat spiced 10-layer cake, pistachios and rose petals on top, as well as it looks like very kind of chunky sea salt, and cream cheese ice cream. Cream cheese ice cream. That's what that is. Insane. Okay. So we're going to wait a little bit on this. I am just giddy. I am giddy. And like, so is it going to be April 1st? Is it going to be May 30? Is there May 31st? I always forget. I know my dates, but I don't know like which ones have 30 or 31. I know February has 28, except for leap years. Regardless, it's huge. It's huge, and I'm so excited. I could have gotten the call during the stream, which is like, on one hand, but on the other hand, I love streaming. So, anyways, very exciting. Is that Amy Stravinsky? Hello, Amy Stravinsky. I am the Bean Queen. Amy Stravinsky and I, over the weekend, realized we both love the game Bonanza, so that's what it is. Thank you again. I stopped eating sugar 2 years ago, so dedicate the first bite to Bumblebee. No problem, Bumblebee. No problem. Hello, Alexa. I'm glad I soothed you to sleep. A couple more gifts and then we'll dig in. Emily. Hello, Emily. Emily sent $5. Thank you so much. That is so nice of you. Um, oh, okay. So Emily says, "Thank you for always sharing the truth and answering any questions I've had." Of course. And then she sends a contented heart smiley face. Can't wait to see pics/streams of you at Disneyland one day, girl. Thank you very much, Emily. I'm excited too. So look, I hesitate to say that I'm definitely going to get my bottom surgery before Disney. Let me put it to you this way. If there was a situation where they call me up whenever this week and say, okay, May 31st, if that's a date that exists, we'll say May 30th. I know May 30th exists. All right, it's May 30th. We'll see you then. I'm like, great. That gives us what? All of March, all of April, and the majority of May before I have to like really start prepping things to get ready. That's 3 months. That's a lot of time. And I think it's conceivable that it could happen before that, as long as it works for Oliver's schedule, because Oliver will be attending to be with us for the streams. So if you know Oliver, he's coming. He's one of my best friends, and I wouldn't go with anyone other than him. Or I mean, he's on the very short list of people I would go to, and he is top of my list. And we just need to make sure it works for him because he has kids. So, anyways, thank you again, Emily. Also, thank you to Jennifer. Jennifer. Jennifer sent $5. Thank you, Jennifer. And she says, they say, I hope you know CPR because you just take my breath away. With a pink shiny heart, sending love. I actually do know CPR. Believe it or not, I was a lifeguard for a summer, and I learned CPR. I mean, outdated CPR. May. Oh, oy vey. All right. Well, hello, Liz. Hi. We will definitely figure it out. Of course, I'm not going without you, so don't worry. That's a good one. That's a good one. May 31st does exist, but people make mistakes and forget sometimes. Is May 31st your birthday? I sure hope not. Thank you very much, Jennifer. I see you there. Hi. Thank you. That's a good one. I love a pickup line. You want to send me pickup lines? I'll read them. Thank you. One more. Taylor. Oh. Oh, okay. Taylor. Okay, got it. Taylor sent $10. This is Taylor from the Discord. Did you ever visit Columbus, Georgia? I lived in Columbus, Georgia. I went to Double Churches Elementary from kindergarten through fourth grade. Taylor sent $10. Thank you so much, Taylor. And they said, thanks for sharing your awesome community through Discord. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. That is huge. $10 is a lot of money. Thank you. Yesterday, I streamed on Discord for the whole day. What did we even do yesterday? We ordered food. We played Valorant. What's the other thing we did? We edited, we filmed, we wrote, filmed, and edited a video from like start to finish. Yep, Double Churches Elementary. I went to Double Churches Elementary. I was born in '93 to give you an idea of what years I would have been, K through 4. And then we went to we didn't play Sims today. It was so fun. Well, thank you, Roxy. I next time, don't worry, next time. And I streamed for like 3 hours. Not 3 hours, 2 hours maybe. Yeah. Thank you very much, Taylor. Thank you for being a part of the community. I appreciate it. Trisha sent $10. Thank you, Trisha. I'll teach you the knuckle. I don't know why I read white knuckle. The knuckle trick for knowing which months have 31 days after stream. Okay. Sounds good. Yes, you can, Char. Thank you very much. I have PayPal. It is in the link in my bio. Thank you. Trisha. Hello, Trisha. Trish, I believe this is Trish from our Discord, who was hanging out for most of the day yesterday. And while I'm waiting to hear from Trish, I'm going to try this cake. Ready for this? It's like a spiced cake. Take a little bit. Oh, I'm going to steal a fork. Hello, Emily. Hi. That's great. It's a great cake. Would I raise my children gender neutral? Oh, yeah. Well, I would give my children options, right? I wouldn't say you have to be gender neutral. I would say Hello, me. I see you. I'll get again just a second. I would say like, okay, child, whatever your name is. I give them a gender neutral name to start, and then of course they'd have the option to change it. But like, hey, do you want to wear more feminine clothes like dresses and stuff, or like top blouses and stuff, or do you want to wear more masculine clothes like maybe like jeans and like t-shirts or button downs or whatever. So it's not like you're gender neutral. It's giving them options so that they can choose without the pressure of having a gender assigned to them. Does that make sense? Lily gets flustered while Emily's in the chat. Well, I'll tell you why. It's because I'm going to see Emily in like 3.5 hours. So mostly thinking about that. What are we going to do? Ask Emily. I couldn't tell you. Trisha, hello. Me, aka me. Trisha sent $10, which is so generous. Thank you so much. And they said, so proud of you and loving the red today with a red heart emoji and a hand heart. Thank you so much. You were so sweet. It was really nice. You were there for like a good portion of the stream yesterday, right? Oh, love you too, Peggy. Right? You were there for a while yesterday. Mm. Mm. So, first off, it's so moist. It's not too sweet. Cake sometimes will fall into the trap of being really sweet because they don't know how to like flavor it correctly. That's not what this is. This is an incredibly well balanced and delicious cake. I'm not gonna have any problem eating it all. The cream cheese ice cream, you can taste the cream cheese. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here, Trisha. Thank you. Wow. I mean, this is the fourth dish we've had today. Each has been 10 out of 10, which makes this a 40 out of 40 meal. A plus. I come back here any day. Alora, you are one of my new favorite places. They just opened, and I'm so happy, so glad I got in early because like I did ask them to turn down the music here. Like normally there's like kind of like pumping music. I'm here at a weird time, like almost 3 p.m. Thank you, Alora, and thank you again, Trisha. Are you getting any other surgeries done besides bottom surgery? Bye, Emily. I'll see you soon. Not currently. The plan is yes, definitely bottom surgery. I have no interest in top surgery. I actually watched a video the other day, and again, I know there's more gifts. I will definitely read them. I promise. Very soon. I have no interest in top surgery because I am on estrogen, and estrogen grows them. I mean, if you look at a video of me a year ago, one that prominently features these, you will see the difference. Like, you will see the difference. It's a big difference. It's like a really big difference. And especially if you go to like 2 years ago, it's a huge difference. And they will continue to grow over the next year or two, couple years. I mean, even now, I'm pretty pleased. They look pretty dang good. So I have no interest in top surgery. I have no interest in vocal surgery. It is a thing. I could have a surgery that would like manually make it a little bit higher, but that also makes your voice quieter, and I don't really want to do that. Much respect to the people that do. It's just not for me, especially with streaming and talking for a living. Like, I like my voice. I might train my voice, but I won't get surgery there. The only other surgery that remains as far as gender affirming surgeries go is FFS, or facial feminization surgery. That is one I would consider. It's not like one specific thing. It's just kind of like a series of tweaks to your face. So, kind of like rounding your jawbone or your brow line, or like making your nose a little bit more petite or whatever. Like cheeks. You can even, I don't know if it falls in the category of FFS, but you can get what's called a tracheal shave, where they just kind of take your Adam's apple off. Oh my gosh. Christian Jackson's in the chat. I see Christian Jackson. Oh my gosh. I see you. I'm gonna get to you. There's more gifts in the line, but we're getting to Christian Jackson. So I hope that helps. Emily said sleep. Did she say sleep? Oh, we're gonna go sleep? Yeah, that makes sense. We can go to bed. Oh my gosh. Okay. Someone's sending me money to be a troll. Okay. Lila. I'm assuming Lila is no longer here. Okay. Lila, who is, by the way, congrats to Lila, welcome. Lila is our newest moderator. Their username on TikTok is Marla. There you are. Hello. So Marla is Lila. Lila is Marla. They're the same person. I call them Lila. Their username sometimes is Lila. Is Marla. $100 and I'll read troll comments out. It's true. It's true. So congrats to you, Lila, for joining the mod squad. I'm so happy to have you. I'm sure the mod squad is as well. It's at this point in time, we are so very picky with who we let into the mod squad. So it is, so I'm sure you know, a huge vote of confidence and trust in you that you're on the mod squad, and I'm excited to have you. Lila, of course. Sent $20 on PayPal. Thank you, Lila. And she says, "Hi, Lizzie. Busy modding. Gotta go. Love you." With a red heart. Bye. Wow. Thank you so much, Lila. That is huge. Thank you for being a mod. Thank you for being an incredible member of our community. On the stream yesterday in Discord for like most of it, if I remember correctly, or a good portion of it. Also, they participated in our, what's it called again? Sweetheart Swap, which is where we did basically Secret Santa, but on Valentine's Day. And she did a great job. I'm just honored to have Lila in this community. Thank you, Steffi. Take it easy. Thank you, Lila. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being so generous. I appreciate it. You the best. Wow, I'm just overwhelmed with all these gifts, y'all. Y'all are. Thank you. I'll answer this question first. Christian Jackson, I see you. I promise. My husband's voice got deeper on testosterone. Did estrogen make your voice softer? No. Good question. It's a one-way street. Testosterone brings it down. Mine is down because testosterone during puberty, but estrogen can't bring it back up. It's pretty simple. Which is why trans men, their voice gets deeper, but trans women or trans femmes, it doesn't happen. Maggie. Oh, Peggy, excuse me. Peggy, you there? As always, I like to bring up that I love the name Peggy because Peg is the name of Alfred's sister in Batman and Robin, and the computer password to his computer. Sorry, I don't mean to linger. Here, I'll pay. Here, I can. Would it be helpful if I packed up and got out of here pretty soon?
You can take it. Let me check with my mom.
Okay, just honestly, it's totally fine. Just let me know.
Okay.
I'm happy to go and hang out somewhere else. No problem.
Thank you.
Peggy was my mom's name. R.I.P. But Peggy sent $10. Thank you, and said, "Love you, beautiful." Love you, Peggy. Peggy, by the way, are you in the Discord? Because you could be. I just want to make sure because you are subscribed. Got it from Married with Children. Nice, love it. You are in the Discord, guy. Are you Peggy on the Discord? Thoughts on getting injectables/filler? Not interested. No offense to anyone who does those. They can look very good. Not for me. Charlotte sent $5. Thank you very much, Charlotte. No message, just $5. Charlotte N. Thank you very much, Charlotte. Much appreciated. I assume with any gifts that come without a subject line, that it's intended for bottom surgery, and that is where it will go. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm sorry, Josie. Next time. Whitney sent $5. Thank you, Whitney. And said, "Your energy is just so beautiful. Love you," with 2 red hearts. Thank you. Thank you so much. You were so sweet. We have so much positivity in this chat. That is so nice of you. Whitney, are you still there? Let's see if I can see in the chat. We also Charlotte. And while we're waiting, how did Emily react to her gifts on Valentine's? Well, here's the thing. Believe it or not. So first off, shout out to, I think, pretty much everyone, especially Christian Jackson, but everyone who like really pushed me to get a gift. Not that I wasn't going to get a gift. But the original plan was not to see Emily on Valentine's Day until like late the day before. So I was.
Yeah, it's okay. You can take your time. The opening crew for the evening they come around 3:30. So till 3:30.
I'll be gone by then.
Oh, yeah, thank you
Thank you
so
very
much.
much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Who's Emily? Emily is someone I've been dating who drops into the chat sometimes. But Emily was prepared. Emily was prepared. And even though our gifts, I mean, in terms of like money spent, it's hard to say, relatively similar. Maybe, but at the end of the day, Emily had a card and I didn't have a card, which means that in a lot of ways, Emily's gift really meant Emily had very thoughtful gifts that I really loved. She gave these heart earrings, that crocheted heart earrings, which will be featured in my next video. She gave a really nice card, and there's something else. What was it? She gave, I think, a couple of pairs of earrings. One of these kind of like geometrical trans flag color ones, and there's one other gift. What was it? Was it candy? I forget, but whatever it was very nice. Thank God for y'all. Thank God for Christian Jackson being like, yes, definitely get the perfume, because I would have been.
Just take this.
Oh, sorry. Thank you so much. Sorry again about being such a lingerer. No, thank you. It was 10 out of 10. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. So thank you for helping me do that. To be fair, I probably would have done something, but I wouldn't have. Y'all helped me in a big way to get ready. Thank you. Now, speaking of thanking Christian Jackson, I know you're there, Christian. Christian, of course, a legend on this stream, was in the stream, the like 8-hour stream yesterday, hanging out for a while. On Monday, contributed an incredible $150 for Uber Eats that covered my food both Monday and Tuesday, and then some. The Christian Jackson who is the one that helped select the Gnocchi perfumes that we gifted to Emily. I believe it is one of those that she wears. Christian Jackson today gifted an insane $100. And I say that without fanfare because I want it to hit. Just the sustained and, I'm trying to think of what the word would be, massive generosity. Yeah, Gnocchi Flora. That's what we gave her, Gnocchi Flora. That's what Christian recommended, and that's what we got her. And turns out that Emily had been wanting that as well. So it was perfect. Sustained, massive generosity. And that aside, also incredible kindness and positivity. Because it's one thing to be generous. It's another thing to be kind. A lot of times you see those two things not together, right? And I will not name names, but maybe like 8 to 10 months ago, there was someone in this stream who was insanely generous. Not quite as much as Christian, but who was not particularly kind, who was actually kind of took their generosity as a license to be rude. And we didn't stand for that, of course. Doesn't really matter how generous you are. But Christian Jackson has a very rare combo of generosity and kindness, which is not something you really see often, if at all. And in her message, she says, for the, all caps, new adventure, end all caps, coming soon. Again, her CJ classic branding, the 3 emojis, the waving smiley, the magenta shiny, and the red heart emoji. For the new adventure coming soon, surgery. It is a new adventure. And it's still TBD if we're going to be able to fit Disney in before. Still waiting to hear about We Love You Too. We Love You Too, Christian Jackson. I almost called you CJ there. I don't know if you want to be called CJ, if you like being called CJ, but fingers crossed we can make it work. That it makes sense time-wise and time-wise for Ollie as well. But either way, it doesn't feel like it, but oh my God, I am about to have a new Gucci. You know what I'm saying? And Christian, all of your gifts, whatever they may be towards this today being towards surgery specifically, you love CJ? Okay, CJ it is. Great. CJ, we love it. I love that. Monday being just towards food. All of it goes towards the same thing, which is moving forward towards becoming the best version of myself. Right. And I feel like every day I wake up, I am the best version of myself, better than I was. And not better in terms of like stronger or like better in terms of like happier and more my true self. So thank you, Christian, for helping me do that and also keeping these streams running for everyone. For me, for the silent listeners, shout out. Everyone. Thank you so much. Shout out. Wow. Why do you not do professional trans person on the side and maybe join a nonprofit as a full-time? Good question, GK5. So, believe it or not, I worked in the nonprofit world from 2000, well, I guess if you count summer camp starting in like 2011, but let's just say the regular workforce from 2015 or 16 to 2020. So like 5 or 6 years, I worked in nonprofit. Don't get me wrong. Those years were incredible for me in so many ways. I learned so much about the world, about being an adult, about the responsibility that you need to have in order to exist on your own and be independent. But the thing about nonprofit work is that it is underpaid and in some ways a lot more taxing than for-profit work. Because when you are someone that signs up for a nonprofit job or gets hired for a nonprofit job, a lot of times, and this isn't true across the board, but it was true in my experience, they say, okay, you're a person who has elected to choose this job, which usually is going to pay a lot less, right? Like I made like $30,000 a year, which is livable in Atlanta, but not great, right? And they're like, okay, well, if you want this low paying job, you must really care about this, right? And I did. Like, I really cared about what I do. It was running this like after school program for kids. I cared about it a lot. But the people who run the nonprofit are like, okay, these people really like to make a difference or like to do this kind of work. So we can get away with paying them less and asking them to do more because the lifestyle of a nonprofit worker is you must like put your heart and soul into it, as opposed to for-profit where it's like you can just show up 9 to 5 and like answer the phone or do whatever it is. And I'm not saying for-profit work is easy because it is not, but nonprofit work in general is a lot more emotionally taxing. Al has worked for nonprofits and they're really rough. By the way, I'm sorry, I missed your other comment, Ollie, if you want to pin it again. So this is all to say, why don't I do this on the side and do nonprofit work full time? It is backwards, Kyle. It's because I've been there, I've done that, I've been in the trenches of nonprofit work, and I burnt out. I'm proud of what I did, but I burnt out. Lagging bad? Am I lagging bad? Is that just Christian, or is there anyone else? Am I lagging bad? I wish I lived closer to you so I could come and help take care of you and Nug. Oh, thank you. I'm lagging. Am I better now? I'm not lagging. Okay, it might be on your end, Christian. Okay. So anyways, why don't I join nonprofit? I just can't do that to myself again. I do not have the stamina to do that. And you could disagree with this. Got it, Christian. CJ. Um, you may disagree with this, but I see what I do today as something that is a helpful resource to a lot of people. Specifically, this stream and the content I make can be a safe space for people. People will like listen to this if they want to feel cozy or like they're hanging out with someone, and because we really are, right? Or the videos that I make might change minds when it comes to trans people or things of that nature. Um, I'm not a nonprofit. I'm an independent person that makes content. So I'm not saying it's the same thing, but I am saying that ultimately the kind of fulfillment that I felt day to day in nonprofit is a very similar kind of fulfillment that I feel today doing this. Except this um, is even more in line with the things I care about because there's no one else here telling me what to do. There's no one being like, actually, this is what we're trying to do this week, or this is what you need to do. I'm calling all of the shots. All the videos I make are because I want to make them. Every time I stream, it's because I want to stream. So I personally am more fulfilled doing work like this. Um, I think there will come a time, especially when maybe I'm a little bit older and maybe even more financially stable, where being involved with like nonprofits, specifically like the Trevor Project or what have you, more directly. Thank you, CJ. You are so sweet. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. There might come a time when I'm like more financially stable, whenever that may be. Not that I'm not stable now, but like, able to like maybe take a day or two a week to do something like that. It might make more sense, but we shall see. We shall see. Anyways, okay. I think we've caught up on gifts. Let me triple check. Nope. Goldie. Goldie, you there? Will I stream while recovering? Yes, 100% I will stream while recovering. 100% I will. Probably there will be like a week or two of nothing because I will be like, I'll be in the hospital for a week. It'll be a whole thing. I provide value and entertainment at the very least. Thank you, Kyle. But yes, I will be recovering. Hello, Goldie. I see you. Goldie sent $10. Thank you so much, Goldie. Goldie, of course, one of our mods, one of our absolute most committed community members. Goldie is always around, always there to help and lend a hand, and just to hang out. She's hilarious, by the way. And I always forget, is it Leia or Leah? How do you pronounce it? Oh, I will. Don't worry. Don't worry, CJ. Can you imagine me sitting in bed for 3 months not streaming? Like I would have all of this energy with nothing to do. Don't worry, it's happening. Leia, got it. Leia said, "Thank you for being so kind to everyone," with a purple heart. Well, thank you, Leia, and thank you, Goldie, for being so nice. You were so sweet. We love you. We love Leia. Also, I won't get into specifics here, but Goldie is just a great parent. Goldie's the kind of parent that I think everyone wants to have. A parent who is open and honest, who will have conversations with you that might be uncomfortable for them, for her, but are mean the world that they're willing to speak about things to their kids. Also, Goldie was my sweetheart, my what's it called, the sweetheart swap, my Secret Santa for Valentine's Day. This shirt, Goldie sent it. I can't believe it took me this long to mention it, along with birthday cake truffles, a cute little thing for Nugget that sadly doesn't fit him, but I'm going to donate it. And there's something else. Earrings. She sent these pizza stone earrings, which are very, very cute. So thank you, Goldie, and thank you, Leia. Okay, was that? This looks like the last one. I'm not sure. Melinda. Hello, Melinda. Hi. Thank you, Bailey. Melinda sent $5. Thank you so much. You were so sweet. And they said, happy to hear it. Bottoms up, LOL. Okay, so here's my guess. Melinda said something. I responded to Melinda, but because I have like a 0.25 second attention span, I do not know what it is that they are in referencing back. So, Melinda, the tone of this is all that really matters here. Happy to hear it. Bottoms up, LOL. Cheers to you, Melinda. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Are these, yes, these are gummy worm earrings. How did I meet Emily? It's a cute story. So, again, we've only been dating for a little while. There was a little bit, I don't know if I've really told this story in its entirety before on the stream. Stop me if I have. But early 2023, so like a year ago, maybe more like summer 2023, I went into a candy store where Emily was working, and I looked at her and I was like, cutie, cutie. Now, I am always very hesitant in these situations where someone is working and I am a customer, um, to be like anything more like, you want to be respectful. You don't want to like take advantage of their hospitality as a customer service worker. So, but I nonetheless started flirting, and I felt I was flirted back with, and I still kind of went back a few times. I would go back and like I'm in that area a lot, so I'd like always like look and see if she was working there. Like, oh, not today, or like, oh, she's working today. Let me go in and like buy something or whatever. Um, and eventually, I was like, oh yeah, so do you have like socials or anything or whatever? And she was like, yeah. Here you go. And I got her Instagram and I messaged her and I was like, yeah, cool. By the way, if you ever want to like hang out or something or whatever, you want to go out sometime, like just let me know. And I had already gotten vibes that she was queer. I think maybe she wore like bi earrings at one point. Anyways, we went out on a date, and this again was last summer. Um, and we went out on a couple days, and we really vibed. But via one thing or another, it just kind of didn't work. Um, nothing bad happened. It just kind of like either she got busy or whatever it was, so that we kind of just like fell out of touch for a little while. But then the following November, right as I'd gotten broken up with by Katie, if you remember her, I was actually playing Valorant with Oliver. I think I'm pretty sure I was there on the line with Oliver, and maybe someone else. And I like looked at my phone, it was like a message, a DM from Emily, and I was like, and she said, "Hey, sorry how things worked out last time. Do you want to like go grab something?" And I was like, "Yes." And that's kind of where things started back up again. So I've known her for almost a year, but we've only really been dating for a couple months at this point, like 2.5 months. And she does have a fiance. We're polyamorous. Her fiance is really great. I've met him. He's a really sweet guy. And she also has a girlfriend as well. That is not me. What happened with Katie? We broke up. She didn't like me as much as I liked her, and then she moved away. So I'm pretty much over it by now, though. It was heartbreaking. It definitely broke my heart. I was very much in love with her, but you know, life goes on. So, anyways, that's how I met Emily. What's the biggest difficulty of being trans? That's a good question. Let me read. The trolls are really okay. Look, I'm not gonna say the name of these trolls, but again, if you want to call me a rude name, don't send me $1. Send me $100. No one's ever taken me up on this. Maybe this person will be the first. If you send me a $100 gift, I will read whatever is in the message, as long as it's not like a slur or, you understand, within reason. You want to call me a narcissist? That's fine. I'll read it. Just, I'm not going to read it otherwise. Okay, so with that, we are caught up on gifts. What's the biggest difficulty of being trans, in your opinion? There's nothing about the inherent experience of being trans that, in my mind, is terribly difficult. Any more difficult than like a cis person's experience, right? Of like, we all have trials and tribulations. The difficulty comes in how the world reacts to us, be it the way that we are discouraged from being anything other than the gender we're assigned at birth, or forced to live in the closet, or be afraid to come out, or once we come out, people are really mean or rude or even violent sometimes. See what happened last Friday. All these different things that once you come out or once the world knows who you are, you can run into a lot of issues. But there's nothing about being trans, right? Like being on hormones or, you know, figuring out a new wardrobe or all these different things or picking a new name. These are by and large very joyful things, right? Yes, last Friday. If you want to watch the video, it's not on my TikTok. It got taken down, but it's in my Instagram. If you want to watch it, it's like a little over a minute and it's really upsetting, but that's what happened to me last Friday. I was attacked and there was a video of it. So, yeah. No, there's really nothing difficult about being trans other than the way that people make it difficult. They don't need to, but they do. Yeah. Surgeries are joyful. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, think of it this way. If you could undergo a surgery in which you would come out on the other side looking and feeling way more like yourself and you knowing that you would feel happier, like, wouldn't you do it? If you could, I mean, if you could snap your fingers and be happier and feel more comfortable in your body, you'd do it. This is the same thing, just a few extra steps in the middle. The video is only on Instagram because it got taken down on TikTok, but it's on Instagram. Same username. Just go there and follow me there, or just watch the video. It's very short, but it is pretty upsetting, so be careful. What's it called when everyone in the group dates everyone? Not polyamorous, right? Polyamory is a... Maybe this is not the right way of explaining it, but it is polyamory, but there's different ways to be polyamorous. What you're referring to is something called a polycule, Polycule, cule. So, for example, if I was dating Emily and Emily is got a fiance and I am also dating her fiance, so really we're all dating each other, that is a polycule. And you can have as many or as few people in a polycule as you want. It's still polyamory, but default, you should never assume that everyone's dating everyone. Like, I'm dating Emily. Emily's got her fiance. I guess you could still call that dating her fiance, but I'm not dating her fiance. So it's not a polycule. You know what I'm saying? Like, sounds like molecule, yeah. It's still polyamory, though. It's just like a different situation within polyamory. It's called a polycule because it's like a molecule. Ollie, even when someone said it sounds like molecule, I didn't put it together that that's why. A bunch of atoms stuck together to make sense. I didn't even think about it that way. This is why I need Oliver. This is why I need Oliver in my life. Thank you, Oliver. Okay. I think we're good here. How y'all feeling? You want to walk a little bit? Love you too. Show your nails. The nails are getting a little bit chipped. We got to get them redone. Again, courtesy of CJ. But time has worn them down. Yeah. They look, I mean, considering they still look pretty great. They're ombre. Stroller Nation, yes, we're so thankful for Ollie. And hello, Liz. Okay, yes, I think we've gotten to all of the gifts. There's someone who sent me like $10 today so far, just telling me why I'm doing things wrong. Look, I actually have nothing to say. Thank you for the gifts. All right. The video, Katie, is on my Instagram. It's on my Instagram. That's where it is. It's not on TikTok. It's the most recent one where I'm at a restaurant eating pizza. Actually, I don't know if I have pizza in front of me during the video, but it's like at night. I'm wearing orange. It's there, I promise. Okay. What time is it? What time did I start streaming? It's been a long stream. All right, let's go say thank you to everyone in this restaurant because they are great. They're great. Yeah. Some people are very sad. And these kids were so young. They were like 13, 14. It's crazy. Like, how can someone so young be so hateful? All right. Thank you so much for having us. I appreciate it. Delicious food, 10 out of 10 across the board. Honestly, I'll be back. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good one. You too. Delicious food, 10 out of 10 across the board. Honestly, I'll be back. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good one. All right, I'm back. Sorry, the Wi-Fi cut out for a second. I had to turn off the Wi-Fi, but I'm back. Stroll Nation, baby. Unfortunately, we don't have a stroller, so I guess we're not. Is it Stroll Nation if we're just strolling without a stroller? I think so. We have Nugget here in spirit. Nugget is here in spirit. Stroll Nation! What's up, Stroll Nation? I haven't used Discord before. How do I get onto it? You need to download the app on your phone. It's free. Make an account. Sign. That's also free. Get all logged in, and then there's going to be nothing there. At that point, you come back to TikTok, and you'll through the subscription, your little subscription part, there'll be like a link, like, "Hey, do you want to join Lily's Discord?" Click the invite. It'll bring you back over to Discord. Does that make sense? That's how you join. And if a mod is able to help, if you message Amy, it is gorgeous out here. For the first time in forever, I mean, it's still kind of partly cloudy, but it's been so gray and rainy the past couple weeks. I'll tell you what, I bet y'all see it, maybe even more than me. My mood when it is cloudy versus sunny is night and day. Night and day. Yes, if a mod can reach out to Amy, please do. And thank you to Jesse who helped earlier with the other person who needed help. No, Nugget is good. I don't know where people are coming. Nugget is alive and well. He's healthy. It was just they wouldn't let him in this restaurant. We wouldn't let them in this restaurant. Oh, I said in spirit. Got it. No. In spirit as in he's in my apartment right now he's totally fine. I'm so sorry. Nugget is great. I would never just drop that on you. It would be a whole thing. I also would not be in a good mood at all. Nugget's great. He's fine. It was not a dog restaurant. For those of you who always get upset when they're like, you bring your dog everywhere. I called ahead and they said no, so he wasn't there. That's it. That's it. When's the last time you were on a date? Last week? Emily and I, I'm sure, we did something last week, and I'm seeing Emily tonight. So it will be only a few hours until I am on my next date. Although I think, we'll see what we end up doing. Yes, I'm sorry. I apologize for scaring you. I did not mean to scare anyone. I'm so sorry. Nugget is great. He's fine. He's great. He's in good health and good spirits. Of course, he wishes he could have been in the restaurant. I wish he could have been in the restaurant, but it is what it is. Yes. What happened? Nothing happened. People were upset or thought that something had happened to Nugget. Nothing happened. It was just me misspeaking. Is Mac boy? I don't know who that is. Maybe that's Mac. Is that? I hope that's not a bad name they have for Mac. Mac is awesome, and if anyone is disrespecting Mac, you're out of here. We love Mac. Thank you, C. James. Did you miss the meal? Yeah, I'm sorry. But, so starting today, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I will be posting on YouTube for free a new stream of the past. So today a new stream was posted, Monday, on Friday another one. So if you want more streams to have on, full streams, they'll be there. If it's lagging, that might, again, just be you, Christian Jackson. Please, anyone, if it ever is lagging, and again, if it's trolls, I'm going to know. But I think it might be lagging on your end. So yeah. Anyways, what a day. A fun day. A good day. I kind of want some hot chocolate now. What do you think? Quick question. Are your glasses prescription or just for fun? They are prescription. I am -2 in both eyes. -2 prescription. So they help me see, what is it? If I'm nearsighted, that means I can't see far. Yeah, I'm nearsighted. Yeah. Hot chocolate? Hot chocolate? Oh, you know what? We could go to one. There is a hot chocolate place in here, but the problem is when you go in that building, the reception is so bad. So we'll go somewhere else. How many glasses do I own? I don't know how many I own currently. Probably less than 10, but I get them very cheap on online websites. Okay. Y'all hear that? -2 is not a lot. No, it's a pretty mild. It's enough that if I take them off, so from this distance, I'd have to like squint to read. From here, even squinting would be hard. And any farther, like I wouldn't be able to read. This makes it so that I can read like pretty much as it's not a problem. -10 is crazy K. -10 is like thick bottle cap. That's like Madame Trelawney or whatever. Those are thick glasses. -10 is not a prescription you see very often. That's like a real. That's like, hey, are you sure you don't want some LASIK? Kind of prescription. I'm good. Like I like wearing glasses. If I were to ever to get my driver's license again, I would definitely have to wear them. Like when I did drive on my license, it said this person needs to be wearing glasses. But especially in post-transition, I love wearing glasses because they're also a fashion accessory. -18? Mike, are you sure? -18? Is that even possible? I've never heard of -18. There's no way. Just saw you right now. Oh, you can say hi if you see me. Are you at the ferry building? I think so. I mean, that must mean, Mike, that you're like legally blind. I'm pretty sure -18 is like legally blind. Which is possible. I'm not saying that's not you, but you know, -2 is like I gotta squint to see far things away. -10 was like, oh my god, that's very few people. Yes, Emily did. Emily did like her Valentine's Day gift. I will still have to wear glasses or contacts with LASIK. Oh, it's like so bad that you'd only get marginally better. Interesting. Contacts cover up to -30. Oh my. Okay, I apologize, Mike. I've just never heard of -18. Good to know. I'm legally blind and I'm -6.75. See, that's right. Did I hear about Nex? Yes, I've not. I've seen some comments about Nex. If you haven't heard about Nex, I'm not going to be too specific because it's incredibly upsetting. Just warning: if you want to Google just NEX, if you want to know, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go for it. It's very sad news. Sadly, it's very unsurprising news, which is maybe the saddest part about it. One of the saddest parts about it. It's been weighing on me for sure. -4 in one eye and -13 in... Oh, that's so weird. It's such a big difference, Mike. Interesting. Anyways, yeah, it's terrible and it is upsetting and that's really all I have to say. It's terrible and it's upsetting and my heart hurts for that family and for everyone involved. It not only does it make me sad, it makes me very angry too. If you need to know, if you want to know, just very strong warning. It's very upsetting. Just Google the word Nex, N-E-X. It's the name of someone. The story will come up. But yeah, it's incredibly upsetting. It makes me very sad and also very angry. Both of those at the same time. And you know, like on one hand, I haven't brought it up on the stream yet because it is so upsetting, and you know, I don't want to bring this to the forefront. I want to bring it to the forefront, but also it's one of those things that not everyone is in a place to be able to hear about because it's so upsetting. But on the other hand, it is important. So I don't have much more to say about it other than like, yes, I've heard about it. I'm thinking about it. It's just really awful. 15 minutes away. Wow. Yeah. Anyways, let's go get some hot chocolate. Yep. All right. Here we go. Now, if the reception starts to cut out, I will leave. So if it starts lagging, it shouldn't for long. Hi. Some Justin Timberlake going on in here. Hi there. Could I have a medium hot chocolate, please? With You can make it pretty sweet, not like so sweet, but you
In
know,
the middle?
like middle. Oh. Okay. Where would it? Let's go medium. Medium works. Also, I love your apron
Thank you. Hamburger.
and your pins.
Yeah. Ah, thanks. Do you like your hot chocolate sweet or semi-sweet?
Sweet, please.
Alright, is that all for you?
That's it.
Can I have your name?
Lily.
Lily?
Lily.
Like the flower?
Like the flower.
You
Yes.
got it.
Thank you.
555. Alright, the barista's over there. We'll call out your name when it's ready.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Can I DM you on Discord? I have a question. Sure. Feel free. It might take a little while before I can get to it, but I will definitely keep an eye out for that DM. It's a little bit loud in here. So, but then again, I see them making it out. Is it too loud for anyone? Are we good to like hang out in here for 2 minutes or so? Thank you, Bethilde. Like the flower? I know, right? Isn't that cute? It's not. Okay, it's good. All right. Only a few minutes. It's Justin Timberlake. You know, Justin Timberlake, one of those guys that can't be too much of a fan of that guy anymore. And I love the 2020 experience, but he's just done some very questionable. He's just a guy that's done some stuff that is not good. You know what I'm saying? Hello, Gina. What's going on? Is my hair naturally curly? Yes, it is. Thank you very much. And your daughter's name is Lily. Nice. Thank you. I love these. My only thing about them is that they're not like on the back. I guess you can't really tell from looking at them, but they're kind of like concave on this side. What did Justin do? Well, it's mostly just the way he's treated Britney in the past, and there's stories. Like you can Google it. It's nothing that's like Kevin Spacey level of cancelable, but it's not that much. Just Google it. It's like one of those like. It's not so egregious that he's going to jail for anything. It's just like, oh, you're like an unsavory guy that I don't really like anymore. You know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah, if you're having trouble finding any X, just go to news. Like, just Googling it should come up regardless. Go to news, though. Thank you, Wolf. What did Kevin Spacey do? Oh, boy, have I got news for you. Nothing good. Lots of bad things. Kevin Spacey was one of the people that was like the first person to get canceled when canceling wasn't always a thing. The Me Too movement kind of made canceling a thing, which is good. Oh yeah, go follow Ollie. He posted some next videos. But Kevin Spacey did stuff that was so bad that he was like one of the very special first people that got canceled. Yeah, so, enjoy that, Google. Is his last name or their? Actually, I don't know. What were Nex's pronouns? I'm not sure, actually. I know they're non-binary, but I don't know what their pronouns were. Benedict sounds familiar. Ellen, too. Ellen, Spacey, Cosby, obviously. Cosby was the original. Louis C.K., definitely. Non-binary and no pronouns. Okay, got it. They, them. Okay, thank you. Good to know. I clearly have not done enough research into it. It's so upsetting that I really have just only kind of been looking at headlines because, like, I know what happened. I've done enough research to know what happened, but it's, like, so brutal. What are you genuinely curious about, Mike? I think I missed. You might have gotten filtered. I think you probably got filtered. If you want to ask it again, because it probably would have pinned it. Oh, thank you. Sorry about that. I have headphones in.
Make sure to take a sip. Let me know if you need any more.
I will.
Sugar, okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kevin Spacey was so disappointing. All right, we got our hot chocolate. Would you consider having an open conversation about the Kurt Cobain video? Sure. I've addressed it before. I'm happy to address it again. Ask any question you'd like. Not a problem. Yeah, isn't Phil so good? It's really good. Yeah, he got filtered. It's okay. I think probably the words Kurt and Cobain are on the filter. So That's fine. Have I ever been to Miami? Yes, my mom grew up in Miami, and I still have family that lives there. So yes, I've been many, many times. Caffeine-free chocolate has caffeine. Yes, it has. It does have caffeine. However, when I drink hot chocolate, the intention is not for the caffeine. Right? Chocolate is like the only gray area where if I were to drink a decaf coffee, there's enough caffeine in that I would drink it and feel something. It's not enough in a hot chocolate to feel something. Also, the intention is not to get wired when I drink hot chocolate. It's to feel cozy inside. Does that make sense? Okay, let's. My daughter wants her nose done, the middle part. Not sure what it's called. Does it hurt? I've not had anything done, so I am not the person to ask, Wolf. I am not the person to ask. I'm sorry. This is one of those rare questions that I get asked that I really must say, like, I can't help you. I'm sorry. But I bet you can find something. Rhinoplasty, yeah. Okay, can we pin Mike's question about it? Septum. Yeah. You want to get your septum pierced, her nose done. I was thinking you were talking about nose surgery. No, yeah, get it done. It's no problem. It hurts for like a minute. It's fine. You'll be fine. Let your kid do it. It's fun. It looked cool. Okay, Mike Jones says, in your mind, here I gotta expand this comment without accidentally Xing out of it. Is it okay to say what you say about Kurt Cobain because he's no longer with us, rather than someone who is? So what Mike is asking, I posted a video that was incredibly controversial, weirdly, where I said that Kurt Cobain was probably trans. It's my opinion that I think Kurt Cobain was trans. And I also suggest that Kurt Cobain possibly, one of the things that contributed to the reason he's no longer with us is because there was a part of Kurt Cobain that maybe they didn't feel comfortable sharing with the world, in the same way that I was really struggling with my mental health before I came out, right? So I kind of identified, like, hey, I see something in Kurt that I see in myself. It's just things kind of ended differently for us. Okay. And Mike is asking, is it okay to say that someone like Kurt Cobain was trans versus someone like who is still living? The answer is absolutely. Here's why. First off, being trans is not a negative thing. It's also not a positive thing, right? There is no value that makes one better or worse for being trans. The same thing goes for being cis, right? There is no like, oh, you're cis, that's great, or oh, you're trans, that's great. It's just you're cis, you're trans, you're left-handed, you're right-handed. Period. Okay, sounds good, Christian. So let's consider the second part first. What would happen if I suggested that a living person sorry, someone tried to call me. I don't know why that phone call got through. Okay, so let's say that I suggest, and this is not my opinion at all. I'm just going to pick a random person. I don't know. Who's like a totally neutral person that doesn't have any like good or bad press? I don't know. Billie Eilish. Oh no, has Billie Eilish said anything? I don't know. That's not a good example. Zendaya. Sure, Zendaya. I know nothing about Zendaya. Okay. So let's say that I said, hey, everyone, Zendaya is probably trans because of X, Y, and Z. Let's say I said that. Now, if I'm wrong, that's fine. Because nothing happens, right? Zendaya is not trans. And if my video got around, Zendaya, got around far enough, and Zendaya saw the video, they could respond and be like, what? No, I'm not trans. Love trans people, I'm not trans, right? Now, let's say the alternate is true, right? Let's say I say Zendaya is trans, And they come back and they see the video and they're like, oh no, like how did they figure it out? Oh my God. Let's say that I accidentally, oh, is the audio lagging? Okay, hold on. Is it better now? Is it better now? It's not better now. How about now? How about now? Still no? One sec. Okay, how about now? How about now? Better? Okay, so backing it up. If I say Zendaya, and again, I don't actually think this. Zendaya is a random person I picked. If I say Zendaya is trans, regardless if I'm wrong or right, it's not an appropriate thing to suggest. Because if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But if I'm right, then I've accidentally outed someone, or maybe purposefully outed someone who maybe didn't want to be outed. And they are a living person that is on this planet that might have to deal with any of the repercussions that come with being outed. In the same way that, like, if you were sitting at dinner with your friend who you knew was trans with their parents, they said, "Hey, Billy, why don't you tell your parents about being trans?" Right? That's like an awful, terrible thing to do. So, the alternate example is Kurt Cobain, right? Kurt Cobain is no longer with us. No longer with us. Okay? So, whether or not they were trans, yes or no, there are no repercussions for Kurt Cobain to deal with because Kurt Cobain is no longer with us. Does that make sense? So someone's no longer with us, therefore there's no repercussions for them to deal with. Period. Okay? The reason I suggested that Kurt Cobain was trans is not just to wildly speculate, like, oh my God, wouldn't it be cool? What about his family? What about the family? Again, it's not a bad thing. In my mind, it's like saying, oh yeah, you know, you're someone who is no longer with us. They were actually left-handed. You're like, oh, interesting. Or I'm not sure if that's true. They don't have. They're fine. They're fine. It doesn't make Kurt lesser in any way. Now, here's the thing. When you suggest that a historical figure, and look at Kurt Cobain has been gone for 20-something years, right? In our culture, it's different, but it shouldn't be, Mike. It shouldn't be, right? And as long as it's not the person directly, then their family's going to be fine. It's fine. Think about it this way. In the past, let's go way in the past, say to Abraham Lincoln, okay? If you go back into Abraham Lincoln's record of letters, all right? So if you go back and read Abraham Lincoln's correspondences to people, there is a series of letters between Abraham Lincoln and another guy, I don't know his name, that some interpret to be romantic in nature. There is evidence that Abraham Lincoln and this man shared a bed, okay? Now, does this mean that Abraham Lincoln was gay? Maybe. Maybe. If Abraham Lincoln was alive today, you wouldn't want to try to out Abraham Lincoln. Maybe not a good idea. But Abraham Lincoln has been gone for 100+ years, couple hundred. I don't know. I'm not good at math, right? There's no harm in speculating on this. Why? Because it doesn't hurt anyone because Abraham Lincoln is gone. And two, not only is it not harmful, it can actually lend some insight into how we view Abraham Lincoln's life, right? If Abraham Lincoln was bi, as he might have been, we can look back at Lincoln's life and say, this is an additional thing I know about this person. How does this information lend more insight into Abraham Lincoln's life, into maybe how he lived or how he thought or how he made decisions, right? We can do a different one. Like, I don't know, Joan of Arc. Go to Joan of Arc. There's a lot of writing about Joan of Arc being queer, right? Was Joan of Arc queer? Who knows? But when you think about Joan of Arc without the queer lens, right? Joan of Arc just as like a woman who was accused of all this stuff and she stood up and blah, blah, blah. It's a cool story. But if you think about it as like Joan of Arc was queer and persecuted for that reason as well, it lends a very interesting and insightful perspective to her story that can teach us something, right? So, bringing it back to Kurt Cobain, who has been gone for 20 years. They do have, hi.
You know, there's a Safeway near here.
Yes, directly that way, about a quarter of a mile on Jackson and Davis. There's a Safeway right there. Yep. So, bringing it back, Kurt's been gone for 30 years. Thank you. Okay. Kurt Cobain is someone who is no longer with us by their own hand. Okay. When you speculate about why that happened, some people say it's because of Courtney Love. Okay. I don't know much about that, but in my mind, I see a person who is fighting demons. I don't think anyone is arguing that Kurt Cobain was not fighting demons, specifically when it comes to substance abuse. No one denies that Kurt had substance abuse problems. Substance abuse problems tend to come from some sort of trauma. They don't just pop up randomly. Sometimes they do, but usually there is something behind them, right? Something that you are running from. It was true for me, and it's true for a lot of people I know who struggle with that. Now, Kurt Cobain lost their battle with substance abuse, unfortunately, sadly. So when we look at Kurt Cobain's life and their legacy and their music specifically, and we try to think like, where was Kurt coming from with this specific song or this lyric or this journal entry? It behooves us not to consider that Kurt might have been queer, especially when you look at the evidence. Specifically, that not only did Kurt cross-dress on stage, which they did, just like, say, Harry Styles does, but Harry Styles isn't trans. Kurt also had cross-dressed at home, in private, all the time. You also look at their journals and talk about, you see a picture of a male, male seahorse giving birth, or there's a lyric, and I forget what song, about their bones growing and hurting, which is like exactly what happens with gender dysphoria with trans femmes. Or you look at them in another journal entry wanting to grow these things. That's a literal lyric, right? So does this all add up to like, yes, Kurt Cobain was definitely trans? No, but it is within a reasonable realm of speculation to consider. And if that were the case, it adds a very significant lens of interpretation that we can use to evaluate and learn from Kurt Cobain's life. Now, if I'm wrong, which I could be, it hurts no one. Doesn't hurt Kurt. Kurt's not here anymore. Kurt's been gone for 30 years. It doesn't hurt their family because what do they care? If they think that tarnishes Kurt's legacy, that's their problem, because it doesn't. I have a lot of respect for Kurt Cobain. I think they're really cool. I think they did a lot of cool stuff. They sang about queer stuff in their songs all the time. They were allies when not a lot of people were. Dave Grohl and whoever the other person was, they spoke up for queer people in the 90s. They really, really did. There's interviews, read them. All I'm saying is that if I'm wrong, it's fine, whatever, I'm wrong. But if I'm right, it recontextualizes a historical figure in a way that not only can we learn from, we're able to find someone who a lot of people who have, say, bigoted opinions might say, interesting. someone that I really respect and admire, like Kurt Cobain, was trans, possibly? Maybe let me reconsider my feelings on trans people in general. You know what I'm saying? So, Mike Jones, I hope that helps explain. That is my point of view. I have spent many hours thinking about this, especially in wake of that video. I think there's a wide array of responses to this. People who really, really think that it's just wrong. But I'd encourage all those people to look a little bit deeper and ask yourself, why is it wrong? Why? Why is it wrong to say these things? I need you to think about that because I've thought about it. No one's thought about it more than me. I can assure you. I see the comments. I've read all of them. And I know where I stand. Mike says, I believe holistically your approach is good. It's just in our culture, it's a negative, and it shouldn't matter. I agree. A lot of people, those people who are in the chat right now, are exactly what you're talking about. Now, here's the thing. I know the cost of doing what I do, which is a lot of people hating me. They're all here right now, or a lot of them. I am willing to be the person that says the things they believe in and get yelled at. I am willing to be that person. I am also unwilling to back down over something that I do not believe. For example, it might have been easy for me to, after the Kurt Cobain video went viral and got a lot of negative attention, for me to post a video saying, hey everyone, I saw your comments on the Kurt Cobain post. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend anyone. I take it back. Kurt Cobain was definitely not trans. I didn't think it through, blah, blah, blah. You know, I could do that. But I'm going to tell you, I would never. Because I believe that Kurt Cobain was probably trans. That's just what I believe. And I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm simply not. If you want to hear what you want to hear, go to any other of the streams or the whoever out there that makes videos talking trash about me. There's plenty of them. Go hang out there. That's fine. That's fine. I believe what I believe. And just because the culture sees something a certain way doesn't mean that I'm going to accept that and quote unquote play by those rules. I know what I know and I believe what I believe. That's it. Would it be better to say we don't know? I mean, look, at the end of the day, we don't. There is no possible way for, short of a new journal being uncovered that says, I am Kurt Cobain and I am trans, which is not going to happen. There's no way to know. In the same way, there is no way to know if Abraham Lincoln was gay. There's no way. We can believe that he was. We can believe that Abraham Lincoln was gay because there's evidence that suggests it. And we can speculate on it without causing harm, while admitting the fact that really there's no way to 100% know. The same thing goes for Kurt Cobain. We can say that I believe that was true. There's no possible way to ever give you proof. There's no video of Kurt Cobain saying, I am trans. It's never going to, he's gone. They're gone. She's gone. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I say they because in my mind, it's more respectful to their memory. But again, it's true. We will never know. But it's something I believe. That's it. That's all it is. And again, if you think I'm wrong, you do not have to be here. It's fine. My community is incredible. I love the Lilies Lovelies. I've explained this, my point of view to them many times. I think probably because of the Kurt Cobain video, plenty of lovelies left the community, as is their right to do. But again, just because someone tells me I'm wrong, just because thousands of people tell me I'm wrong, does not mean that I'm just going to say, you're right, I'm wrong. When it came out, when the whole thing happened, I sat down, I talked to a lot of people. I had a lot of long conversations with people like Oliver, Mac, and all my head mods, et cetera, Jens, all these people. And we hashed it out for hours, right? Tried to find follow the spider's web, follow the lines. Where could this go? Where are people coming from? Every single line of criticism. And we considered them all. I considered them all. And at the end of the day, it all came back to, sure, there's never going to be 100% proof that this is true. But it's something I believe. And just because the world tells me, or a good amount of people tell me I'm wrong, I am strong enough in my convictions to not let that affect me. It's also, I would argue that there's been a lot of beliefs over time that people have held to be true that have ended up being totally crazy. Say, like, I don't know. And again, I'm not saying that these are entirely on par, but I'm just trying to prove a point here. For hundreds, if not thousands of years, people used leeches for medicine. Even like the most noble of doctors would put a leech on your forehead, right? I'm not saying it's the same thing with Kurt, but I am saying that there's many, many examples over time of the majority being wrong, and the minority being correct. And I know who I am. I know what I believe. And even though it might seem like it's something that is like something I wake up and think about every day, know that I made that video because it was like a cool little thing that I thought would be interesting. I don't wake up every day and like look at a picture of Kurt Cobain in a dress and say, hello, trans Kurt Cobain. I made the video because I thought it was interesting. It's not something that is like a core part of my identity. Like, oh my God, this is such a big deal for me. I made it because I thought it was interesting, you know? So anyways, yes, we can change the subject. Harry Styles cross-dresses because it looks cool and because Harry Styles is confident in his masculinity. There's absolutely no proof that Harry Styles is trans whatsoever. I cannot imagine a world in which Harry Styles is trans. There's no way. There's no proof. Just because you wear women's clothes does not make you trans. There's a bunch of rock stars. Like what's the other one? Alice Cooper wears a lot of makeup. Alice Cooper ain't trans. In fact, Alice Cooper is very transphobic. Alice Cooper has a whole eye makeup line. It's a cis man. A transphobic cis man. Hair metal bands. Yeah, there are plenty of men out there that wear dresses because they're confident in their masculinity. This is not what was happening with Kurt. Harry Styles does not lounge around his house wearing dresses. No. Harry Styles wears what his stylist probably picks for him. Maybe has some input and would be like, it would be cool if I wore a dress. Let's try it. It's not. Bowie is a great example of someone who was gender bendy, but also in their life, David Bowie told us, I am not trans. I'm pretty sure that like they were explicit, like, no, I'm not. Which is 100% definitive proof that David Bowie wasn't trans. Even though they were very androgynous. Very androgynous. And there's much less evidence for David Bowie. At a certain point before that came out, you could have speculated, but not anymore because they've told us definitively. So, anyways, that is my viewpoint. Thank you to everyone who has stuck through this conversation. I know it wasn't easy, but I've felt the need to express this a couple of times because so many people are very upset about that video. And I want you to know that it wasn't there's no ill will. I'm not trying to, I think a lot of people interpret it like, how dare you insult Kurt Cobain? And literally, it's quite the opposite. If anything, it was a note of appreciation to someone who I think did a lot of important things and unfortunately left us too early. And I was just speculating as to why, possibly. So A couple of gifts came through, and then I think we'll probably end the stream, or at least start wrapping things up, because I got to go walk El Nugo, and Emily's coming over pretty soon. So, if you're still here, ooh, UPS package. Anna T, are you still there? Are you still there? I hope Anna T is still there. Anna T sent $8. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Anna. Anna says, really enjoying your live. Love the energy with a white heart. Thank you so much, Anna. You are so sweet. Cheers to you. That is delicious. I don't see Anna here, but if you're still here, thank you so much, my friend. Hugely appreciate it. Thank you. Also, my Etsy order ship. What did I order off Etsy this time? I ordered another pair of earrings. What was it? It was a good pair. Oh, I know. I ordered pasta earrings. What's like bow tie? I ordered bow tie pasta earrings that are going to be bigger than normal. Thank you, Anna. Also, Anna sent another 3. It was both from Anna, so Anna still is here because this was sent 2 minutes ago. It was sent via Cash App, so it's hard to say. Either way, Anna, if you're still here, thank you so much. Anna sent $3 and said, "I'm new here, but the energy is immaculate," with a white heart emoji. Love. Thank you, Anna. You were so sweet. I'm glad you're here. Oh, thank you for being here and sticking around, even through that crazy conversation, which, again, sometimes these things just build up. I see a lot of comments. Are you going to address the Kirk? Address it. And I usually just ignore them, but every once in a while it's like, you know what? I'll address it again, because it's kind of hard to make a statement that everyone's going to see, even if you post it. So I actually have been like kind of going back on the idea, because at the time I chatted with my brain trust, if you will, like Ollie and folks, and they advised me, and I agreed with them, especially at the time, like not a wise move to post another video. But I've kind of come back to it. Like things have died down a little bit, and I still have stuff to say about it. But Ollie's probably sitting at his phone like, don't do it, Lily. Anyways, so all right, I think we're gonna call it here. No, I do not have a surgery date yet, but hopefully soon. Hopefully this week. Fingers crossed. I'll keep you posted. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. So I will be streaming tomorrow, as always, and Friday. If you want more stream right after this, you have a couple of options. The first one is you can go straight to YouTube, and there's a whole bunch of like archived streams, like days and days worth of streams that you can just press play on, and boom, you're there. And some are from pretty far back, so there's a chance you haven't seen all of them, even if you are often here. And 2 is you can join the Discord, where it's not necessarily a stream, but it is like our extended community where we are chatting and talking 24/7. And I mean 24/7. There's always someone up. In the voice chat, if you need an ear, someone will lend an ear. It's all great. Lily Tino on YouTube. I think I'm Lily Tino on YouTube, but the best way to do it is just to go to my link tree. So if you go to my TikTok bio, it's in there. Like if you go to my link tree and you press the YouTube button, it'll be right there. Have a great evening, Lyndon. See you tomorrow, Bruin Mama. I'm sorry, Bruin Mama. Did you ever figure out the Discord thing? I know yesterday it was tough, but cool. Shout out to all of my mods. Good night, Mike Jones. Thank you for being the catalyst for a lot of good conversation today. I appreciate it. Stay lovely, Aunt B. I did great. All right, everyone. Shout out to my mods. Shout out to my head mods, Oliver, Mac, Jens, Fiona. Shout out to CJ. Thank you as always for being incredibly generous. We love you. I have some Discord DMs to check after this, I believe. Anything else? We did our shout outs. Shout out to my mod squad. I think that's it. Shout out to you. Oh, lovely. Stay lovely. Thank you.